Hello, everyone, and welcome in once again. It's time for Columbus River Dragons hockey. I'm Tom Callahan. Thanks for joining me as we're getting ready to go. Warm-ups are complete, and it's the last weekend of the regular season. Can you believe it? We're here already, middle of April. Who knew it would go by so fast, but it absolutely has. Coming into this weekend, everybody around the Columbus River Dragons dealing with uncertainty, including tonight's opponent, the Athens Lobsters. They don't know if they're going to finish first or second. Carolina doesn't know if it's going to finish first or second. The River Dragons, well ensconced into third place, not going anywhere. And we know for certain we'll be hosting Game 1 of the Continental Division semifinal series on Wednesday night right here at the Columbus Civic Center. Now, a little further down the standings, which we're going to talk about a little later, Baton Rouge can still juggle position with the Blue Ridge Bobcats. They both come into the weekend tied in points, and they also are tied in games played. So really, those teams have to determine their own outcome. It'll be interesting to watch this all the way down to the end of things. Now, there is a scenario in which if Carolina wins tonight and Athens loses tonight, then Athens is sealed into second place. Carolina wins the division, and we know then that Wednesday we would face the Athens Lobsters. But in the meantime, we have to get through this last weekend of the regular season, and who knows, it might take all the games this weekend. Bottom line scenario is Athens has to win one more game than Carolina, and of course, overtime in a shootout could put a wrench in the works. But essentially, regulation wins we're talking here. If Carolina wins both, no chance for Athens. Even if they win both, they're going to finish ahead by 1 point. So Carolina is the team that holds the hammer and its own destiny. River Dragons come in tonight 27-15, 4-4-2. That's good for 97 points at third place in the division, as I told you. Meanwhile, Athens 31-11, 9-3, 118 points. In any other year, that would be good enough probably to secure the division crown. But this year puts them second. Carolina has 119 points. And so the River Dragons can actually play spoiler. They can determine in a way who their opponent is on Wednesday night. If they want to face Athens, well, beat them. If they don't want to face Athens, I guess you could say, well, just take care of yourself out there and try to get through. But then again, as I mentioned, if Carolina wins both, all of this is a moot point, and Carolina finishes first anyway. So there is so much to talk about when it comes to the playoff implications of this one. Even over on the other side in the Empire Division, not everything is settled yet. And we can talk about that a little bit later on in our pregame show as well. But plenty to get to tonight as the River Dragons hosting Athens tonight. And then tomorrow night, which, by the way, is Fan Appreciation Night. There's going to be tons of giveaways, prizes. I know there's gas, gift cards. We're going to be giving away the ice cream sandwich, hockey pucks, courtesy of Brewster's Ice Cream. Some other gift card giveaways as well from a lot of the River Dragons sponsors. And one lucky fan's going home with a giant 4K TV. So that's pretty awesome as well. So come on down and join us for that tomorrow night, which is also our final family four-pack night of the year. It should be jammed here at the Columbus Civic Center on tomorrow night's game. By the way, 7:05, keep that in mind, Saturday night starts. Oh, that reminds me, the Wednesday game, which we know for sure will be here at the Columbus Civic Center, also a 7:05 start. So mark that right now on your calendar. Wednesday, Game 1, right here, 7:05 p.m. Those tickets, by the way, are on sale for single game seats right now through the Civic Center box office. So if you're coming down to the game yet, maybe you're listening to the pregame show on your way in, you can stop by the box office and grab your seats for that playoff game on Wednesday, and then come on in and join us for tonight's action against Athens. If not, of course, Ticketmaster.com always works as well. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to hear from River Dragons head coach Jerome Boom Boom Bichard, and then after that, we're getting set to drop the puck. Columbus and Athens coming your way in just a little bit. This is River Dragons hockey.
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors.
With the wires
Plus,
and all
we
that
offer
up here.
duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
We're always going a million different directions. But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Back before tonight's game as the Columbus River Dragons enter the final weekend of the regular season, hosting the Athens Rock Lobsters, joined by River Dragons head coach Jerome Bichard. And as always, this interview brought to you by F&M Cigars. Boom! We've reached the final weekend of the regular season. What are your thoughts looking over your shoulder a little bit here?
Yeah, where did it all go? Time just flies. The older you get, the quicker things tend to go by. You know what? Synopsis, I mean, happy but not happy. Like, I mean, I think I got what I need in that locker room. I really didn't like our inconsistency throughout the year. But I mean, I'm kind of always a builder, and you know what, build to the end and get the guys to do to play the way they need to play in the playoffs. And for the most part, I think we're getting to that point. So pretty excited.
Well, and I mean, you do have your ups and downs in the course of a season, right? And of course, personnel in and out. I mean, you try to manage that as best you can down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, if I just look at the Rock Lobsters for the most part, I mean, I thought the first 2 or 3 games we played against them, very competitive. It was, a toss-up kind of thing. And then we went into a little bit of a lull where, we were up there every Wednesday. And, at that point, I think we were just coming back. And it kind of all started kind of in bingo. That 20-yard trip, we had guys that were coughing up lungs and sick and this and that lingered for about 2 weeks and put us, in my mind, somewhat in a funk, and then throwing a couple of injuries as well type thing. So, you know what, coming down the stretch here, we got these 2 home games against these guys. Go out and compete. They don't really mean anything to us per se. I mean, obviously, I think Winston and Athens are still fighting for first place overall. And, so it means something more to them than it does to us.
Does it play into your thoughts that this could be a potential first-round opponent at all, meaning either maybe you sandbag a little or you give it everything or some kind of mix of that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, we're going to have to play these guys no matter what. I mean, I'm pretty sure whether it's the first or second round, and, obviously you have to take business to get to the second round if we end up playing Winston or whatever. But no, you know what, right now, I just want to compete and have a really good hockey game. And you know what, we play the right way. We give ourselves a really good chance to win. And we get down and don't play the right way, could be steamrolled, which, sometimes I'd rather lose 9-0 than a 3-2 overtime win or something like that. That hurts a little bit more than 9-0 because I know we're not a 9-0 team. So type thing. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I just want a really good hockey game. Make sure nobody gets hurt and feel out the referees. I don't know if there's been a mandate coming down the stretch to actually call what they're supposed to call type thing or whatever. So I'd like to think so. So, let's see what the standard is going forward.
All right, well, let's wrap it all up with our keys to the game tonight.
Keys to the game, simplify. Let's play direct. Let's play, keep the puck going in one direction more times than not. Let's shoot the puck. Let's see if we can't get to that 35-40 shot. I'd love the 50, but I think the way these guys play defense, we got to spread them out, and if we have a lane to shoot the puck at the net, shoot it, and then when we do shoot it, let's have a good shot selection, and we're not going to go and score on every shot from top of the circles. If it's a shot from the top of the circles, let's make them work for it, shoot for rebounds, and get some traffic around the net.
All right, boom. Thanks for joining us. Best of luck tonight.
You bet.
Back with the drop of the puck in just a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Should I park in the back?
We help people sneak Pepsi into places that don't serve it.
What if they catch us?
We have a sports car. Hey man, this doesn't make burger taste better.
Yo, what the
I thought Wendy was a ginger.
To enhance the flavor.
Where is everybody?
Sunday. Do not make eye contact.
Nobody here wants your Pepsi.
It's really good.
Oh, that is good.
Say it into the napkin dispenser. Here's some Pepsi for some extra flavor.
So get the f*** out. Come on.
All right, anthem in the books. And that is our very own Dennis Meredith Dennis works here at the Civic Center, and now, if you're a longtime listener to the program here, you know that I've talked about Dennis before, and he and I both enjoy playing the old guitar, and I've talked to him about it, and his is an extraordinary story. Just really credits the guitar with turning his life around and helping him find something that helps him find a little bit of peace, love, and enjoyment. And so absolutely love having him play the anthem here. I know the boys love it, and many of the fans love it. And I always enjoy when Dennis gets a chance to rip it up just a little bit. All right, let's play some hockey, shall we? Take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders. And the River Dragons tonight starting Trevor Babbitt. He's 8-14-0-1 with an .898 save percentage, 4.03 goals against average, and 1 shutout. Meanwhile, it is the former River Dragon, William Lavaliere, who in a very roundabout way this season has made his way to Athens. He's 15-3-0-3 with a .925 save percentage, a 2.54 goals against, and 2 shutouts. So it's been a little while since we've seen Lavaliere, and I'm sure he relishes the chance to show the River Dragons a thing or two here in this evening's game. River Dragons wear red as they always do on Friday nights, rolling left to right in front of the broadcast location. Red stands for remember everyone deployed. And Athens in the white road uniforms. Are you ready? Here we go. Bersani, Jemaev, and Somro. And now that the game has begun, it is official. Alexander Jemaev, who tips that puck into the near side corner, is playing in his 200th professional hockey game here tonight. Jemaev from the wing with a shot that goes around towards the right point. Underwood will hold it in there. Jemaev in the far corner, looking for a little bit of help. Bounce towards Bersani. Bersani tried to cycle it back to Jemaev. They battle on the boards. It's kicked up and will hit the ref and cleared right back behind the net. Finally, Athens a chance to break through center. Columbus already grabbing a change here. Weisblatt trying to play it back, and now Murray's going to have to back up into his own end. Columbus getting the lines changed out 45 seconds into this hockey game. And putting on some forecheck pressure here is Ryan Hunter out there with Moore and McDonald. Hunter took a puck in the face last week and cut him for several stitches, but he was able to come back in the hockey game. Also rearranged a tooth or two. There's a chance on goal, kicked away by Babin with a right pad. Played the rest of the game with a bubble on, or the cage in front of his mask. So that shot pinballs off a defender and comes to the left point, not out. But already, Hunter back to the no cage this week. There's Johnson on the left side with a chance. That one is knocked away into the corner. Malik Johnson and Trevor Babin have some history from when Babin was with Motor City earlier this year. Those two came to blows, believe it or not. There's a shot coming in for the left point and a blocker save, and there's Johnson on Babin already, so perhaps that is on the mind of Johnson as he crease crashes there, and Columbus able to clear it out. Of course, Trevor Babin is no stranger to trying to be the straw that stirs the drink. River Dragons change up the lines. Puck kicks right up the slot and is now cleared down. It'll be Connor Lind on it. I'll try to turn it back the other way. Cody Wickline turning back. Ends up Kolatarsi feeding it on to the far side. We haven't seen Athens in a little while, but this is the last weekend of the regular season, the last chance to really size up these teams where they are, with or without the rookies in the lineup. River Dragons, all of their rookies have their 5 games minimum played. I should say junior developmental players. That's what I mean by that. So junior developmental players needed 5 to be playoff eligible. Here's Lind in on the right wing, swings it in front, save made Lavaliere, rebound. Knocked away there. And is cleared out to center. Pass ahead is deflected back. Athens will try the left side here. Bounces towards center. Lukariev on it. And now we get a whistle and an offside call and a little extra pushing and shoving. Here's Hunter Bersani. And now the pile forms. Doherty making sure he can come in and have his say because that is his want. That offside brought to you by Old School Barbershop. They're online at Old School Barber, SHOPPE.com, oldschoolbarbershop.com. Since reservations are now required, I recommend you reach out to them about 2 weeks in advance. But the good news is you can book online anytime, plus 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook. Get lined up at Old School Barbershop. Here's Jemayeff at center as the defensemen run into each other back in the Athens end of things. Right side, Doherty in. Quick shot, Lavalier save, and he catches the rebound on the ice. Popped up off the blocking board, went straight up in the air, and landed in front of him. Flops a bit over that one. I like how Murray was trying to gently escort Scott Doherty out of the goal crease there. I don't think you gently escort Scott Doherty anywhere. Bersani, Jemayeff, Doherty lined up here in the offensive zone. Bersani battling for the face-off. Jemayeff grabs it on the right side, feeds the left point. Long shot coming in, deflected away to the corner by Weisblatt. Doherty in behind the net, trying to wrap it in front. Down for the right point, here's Underwood. A bouncer to the line, Underwood, nice keep right on the paint. Throws it into the corner to Doherty. Left half wall, Doherty up high towards Jemayeff, tipped away before it got to him. And now Jemaeff's going to pick up a slashing call. Took a minute for the trailing ref to decide to call it, but as he chops the stick out of Milan's hands, Jemayeff is going to find the box. The first power play of the night for either side belongs to Athens, who come into this game 8th on the power play, 20.5%. Columbus 4th on the kill at 84.7. Time of the penalty, 3:33. So Jemayeff into the box. Face-off will come down to the right of Babin. Somro in for the face-off. He'll scoop it back. Thornton near side with the backhand. The line not out. Kept in there. Shot coming in. It's tipped. Save made. Puck is free. Sitting in the slot. And it's peeled out and sent down the ice there. Somro found it out of the whole pile in front of the net there. Athens back the other way as they work in, try to set it up. Down to the left side, Weisblatt right across the front of the net. Milan on the right side, puts it all the way up top. No shot, back to Milan, right half wall. He's looking to bank it up top. Glukariev, back to Milan, top of the circle now. His shot deflects wide. Cleared out once again by Columbus. And both teams will go for the line change here, so power play unit number 2 steps out for the Athens Rock Lobsters. 4.5 into the first period, 1 minute to go in the power play. And now Picard lost it. Wickline battling at the line, but Picard with the second effort able to swat it away from him at least, but that's going to cost even more time for this Rock Lobsters power play. Athens will bring it ahead, pass across. That went off a Hatcher, but deflects on, and now it's kicked away onto the far side, and River Dragons, well, you give one away, you get it back, and they're able to clear it out. 30 seconds to go on the power play. There's Picard at the line. Oh, that play is offside. Yep, they caught it. And so that'll get us to our first break. 5:09 into the opening frame. Scoreless, 24 seconds left for the Dragons to kill. When we come back, this is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have...
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Hey, on the mountain we got a sign.
Just hit it. Just hit it. All right, we're back on River Dragons hockey. Tom Callahan here with you. Face-off coming up outside the River Dragons line. Columbus, 24 seconds left to kill in the power play. And McDonald trying to battle it back. It's fed across to the far side. Here's Johnson on the wing trying to work his way in. Plouffe after it. He'll scoop it around. Cut off on the left side wall, but it's centered now, and that attempt taken away by Hunter. He'll set it down the ice. And I do, I'm going to retract what I said earlier. Ryan Hunter is still wearing a shield over his face, but he's wearing a bubble now, which is the all-plastic shield. He's gone away from the cage and is wearing a full-face plastic protector. A lot more vision that way. More on the left side, unless, of course, it fogs up. Playing it around onto the near side for Hunter. He'll cycle it deep. McDonald. More near side. We're back to 5-on-5. More right across the goal mouth to the left point, held in there. Swept back around to the right wing corner. River Dragons trying to tie it up over here and keep that puck in as it's bounced along Picard, able to move it out. Greco's going to get to center. He's up by himself, dumps it in, and Plouffe will take him into the glass. Hunter into the corner. Trying to spin away from the forecheck here from Athens. It's busy right now in the River Dragon zone as they try to regroup quickly here in this breakout. Instead, they're going to start a change up the left side. River Dragons at center, dump it in around the rim. It goes onto the right wing side. Here's Moore. Kyle Moore cutting in front with a toe drag shot tipped wide. Ends up on the far side. Here's Storjahan out there. Storjahan playing it up to the point. Sent to an open wing. Bank pass onto the right side as it turns out. Hatcher putting it in front. That one is deflected away. Hatcher keeps it in up top. And second attempt, it's cleared. Columbus will tag up and move back in. So it's Wickline, Hatcher, Storjahan out there right now. Nash Hatcher, the rookie, trying to make his impression here. Athens is in offside, so Columbus gets a free reset. 7:10 gone here. The first Connor Lindell wheel his way in, tried to split the D, but they cut him off. Lindell flipping around behind the net, bounced off Wickline past Weisblatt. And now fed up the near side, stretching for it, unable to keep it in there. Thornton 2-on-2, back comes Athens. Left side, and that one is tipped away by Weisblatt. Nice job by Bersani on that poke check. He just knocked it away, knocked it out of the zone, and it's just that simple, thwart the rush. Puck free at center, and now it's left side Lucaria feeding it down low. Ends up at the left point. Murray waits, doesn't shoot, backs up, feeds it far side, passes tipped by Bersani. Milan was calling for it over there. Now at the point, Riley Robertson can't keep it in. 8 minutes into the first. Plouffe cuts that puck off on the wall, moves it ahead. And now here comes Columbus on the left side. Chance from the wing, a shot ripped wide on the glove side. Right point, Plouffe holding it in there. Moving it down low, Doe cycles up top. Plouffe crashing from the point, shot sent just wide. Slahetka left point, his shot, Lavalier stick save. Doherty on the rebound, again up top to Slahetka. Slahetka looking for an angle, sends it through, and a stick save there by Lavalier. On the near side, Jemaev with a heavy shoulder over there. Doherty trying to work it free, a roller to the line. Plouffe with the one hand keeps it in, swatted low by Jemaev. Behind the net, Bersani centering, feed right through the crease and out the other side. At center, Lucaria will dump it in as both teams go to the change. 8:45 into the first, and Columbus has actually had the better of Athens here to open this first period. The only thing they haven't done yet is stick a puck in the net. River Dragons look up the left side with a stretch pass there. Was it tipped by Moore? They say yes, no icing. Doesn't matter, Ryan Hunter would have beat it out anyway. Down to the right point, Underwood keeps it in off his body, but it kicks right in front. Greco just banks it out. A little too far for Shinkarik. Bockwell chased by Shinkarik, leaves it on the near side. A shot from the wing, save made Babin, a rebound, sitting in front, bounces up the high slot, kept in by Athens. Shinkarik turns his wrister, that is blocked by Underwood. Hunter will feed it on back to Bockwell, pressured by Greco. Greco took a run at him, and now Bockwell lead to center. McDonald, little chip into space, right side. Kyle Moore chasing after it. Moore into the corner, tied up there, and that's going to be a penalty on Moore. McDonald with the touch. They're going to call a slash on Kyle Moore. .13 seconds shy on the halfway mark of this first period. Second straight slashing call against Columbus. 9:47, time of the penalty. And it's the second kick of the power play can for the Athens Rock Lobsters. Working on trying to get that scoreboard back up here for you. We'll figure that one out. Face off to the right of Babin. And now the River Dragons. Callahan feeding it over to the far side. They tried to get a stick on that. Milan ends up on the right side. Chance towards the net, cleared away to the line, not out. Held in on the wing is Babin. Has to battle right now in front. I will say this, Athens is not afraid of getting bodies in the way. On the left side, it'll be moved ahead. Lukariev in on the wall. Ooh, boy, linesman almost took a stick up high as it's turned over and cleared by Columbus. Occupational hazards, I tell you. Shot in on goal. Lavalier steers it aside. 1:10 to go, and the man advantage for Athens. Scoreless here in the first period. Cleared into the left side corner. Around the rim it goes. On the far side, a roller all the way out to center. Tip behind Slahetka. Now Wickline will double back for it. Coming up on 9 minutes to go in the first here, and now under a minute to kill for the River Dragons as they send it on down. Lavalier will tee it up back there. Columbus. Bersani up on the forecheck, and he steals, trying to move in, pokes it towards the net. The puck goes in the net. Are they going to call it a goal? The referee puts his arms up in the air. That puck went in the net. And the referee gesturing towards the faceoff dot is not going to call it a goal. 35 seconds of power play time for the River Dragons to kill off. When we come back, we shall return with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Hey y'all, my name is Tiara, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit is that it has the perfect amount of spice to jumpstart my day. I just love how the biscuit just matches perfectly with the spice on the chicken fillet. Whoever thought of it, thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Robert, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit is the biscuit. It reminds me of my grandma's homemade biscuit. It's always buttery and savory. The chicken is always crispy. Then you add the spices to the chicken, instant classic.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
8:47 to go here in the first period. Scoreless. River Dragons pretty successful so far in this penalty kill. As more in the box are slashing. Bersani almost scored, but the referee never signaled goal. Puck went in the net. It went in under Lavalier, and as near as I could figure up here without knowing an official explanation, is just the referee determined, hey, I lost sight of the puck, whistle blows, doesn't matter if it went in after that. So if that is the case, and remember with referees, it is the intent to blow the whistle, not the physical blowing of the whistle. So the play is actually technically dead when the referee decides it's time to blow the whistle. So that is something else to kind of keep in mind for yourself. Athens moving in as they try to set up here the remainder of the power play. And they'll try to move it around. Here comes Athens. Now 2-on-1 for Columbus. Back on the right side. Hunter in. Backdoor feed is tipped away just before it got to McDonald. And now pushing the other way is Athens. In on the right wing side. It ends up Ryan Hunter trying to bank it around. Lynn coughed it up in front, though. Quick shot. That is blocked. And now here's a 2-on-1. 3-on-1 the other way. Moore falls down, but here comes Hunter with McDonald. McDonald, oh, he healed it. Lavalier lost his goal stick in the exchange, trying to scramble to make the save. Oh, my goodness, you just don't ever see that. Now we got a penalty coming up against Athens as Ryan Hunter got mugged at center. Columbus has got a power play coming. Babin's trying to get to the bench here, and he will now as Columbus changes everything up. The extra man coming out. Wow, what a crazy exchange that last minute was. As it's swatted away at the line, 7.5 minutes to go in this first period, and Columbus, for the first time, going on to the Loft Power Play. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night. Show your River Dragons ticket stuff for a 2-for-1 deal on cover. Only at the Loft, proud partner of River Dragons hockey. Boy, how about that? It is Malik Johnson going in. River Dragons power play, 20.7%. That is 7th in the league. Second best on the kill for Athens at 87.2. So that's a pretty stout total. Interference is the call at 12:30. See if Columbus can find the first goal of the game here. They start with possession. That's always key. Here's Slahetka on the right side towards the back door. Wickline just had his stick tied up. But boy, he was open for a split second, and Slahetka tried to find him. Columbus is actually doing a really good job, even though it's cleared out here by Athens. But even 5-on-5, they're doing a really good job of getting guys open, getting in behind this Athens defense. Here's Wickline. A flip into space on the right side. Hatcher sending it right in front. It's deflected away off the skate of Slahetka out of the zone. Back in on the right wing side, Columbus will move it in. Thornton behind the D. Will put it right through Greco's legs, excuse me. And leave it at the left point. Sent to the high slot, but that one is picked off there, and Shinkarik will ease it on down the ice. Under a minute to go in the power play. Columbus, Storjahan leaving it off. Kyle Moore, left side of McDonald. He'll wheel it in at the line. To the right side, Moore. Moore trying to cross ice feed, deflected away, and it's cleared back down the ice by Robertson. Set up in the corner, and now Moore will carry it around behind the net. Kyle Moore looking to move it ahead. Moore on the right wing side, carries in over the line. Kyle Moore all the way down low, wraps it in front, he scores! Kyle Moore banks it in as Lavalier left the post early. Moore put it back in front, it goes in off the left skate of the goaltender. It's a power play goal, and Columbus leads it 1-0. For Kyle Moore, that's his 12th of the season. Storjahan should pick up the assist on that goal. Just a little leave behind there by Moore, and he knew that Lavalier was going to leave the post there, and as he did, it banked it off his skate. And now, well, we're trying to get the attention of the ice crew here. There might be a delay. There might be something going on. Yeah, we got a glass that popped out of a stanchion here, a piece of glass that came out. So that's got to take a minute. But a huge power play goal for the River Dragons. It's kind of unfortunate this happens because now it breaks up the momentum of that power play goal. But again, just a nice little leave behind there by Kyle Moore as he was able to put that one in the net. And right now they're trying to get the referees to come over into the scorer's box here. I think they might want to take the media timeout here, so if they do, we will go ahead and bounce for that. But if not, it might just perhaps be checking on something as far as score sheets go. While they tend to the glass, that'll give me a chance to talk to you. First of all, I want to say thanks to everybody. Great job. The family 4-packs this year, which have completely sold out for the year, and tomorrow's our last family 4-pack, but it has sold out for tomorrow night, so I'm sorry if you missed it. But I want to thank all the sponsors of that deal all season long. Chick-fil-A Midland, Kissin 99.3, Buffalo Rock Pepsi, Brewster's Ice Cream, and the Columbus Civic Center. Just a fantastic deal to get you to come in the door here. But Here's a cool thing. The River Dragons are hosting the Game 1 of the Continental Division semifinal series against either Carolina or Athens, and we'll find out this weekend. And it's Wednesday, the 16th of April at 7:05 p.m. Playoff packages are on sale now, as are special group packages. And these group packages can include some pretty cool stuff, including autographed pucks, all kinds of neat things that can be in there. Group leaders, we're giving you a special shirt. So give us a call if you want to book your group. Starts with 10 or more people. 706-507-4625. Again, that's 706-507-4625. And join us Wednesday night, Game 1. Regardless of opponent, we will be here. And whether it's Athens or the Carolina Thunderbirds, and Carolina is the team that controls its own destiny. If they win twice, they're in.
Assisted by number 72, Trevor Babin, at 14:06 for the first period. Again, that's more from Babin.
Well, they're going to have to add one to Storjahan because he touched it in between there. But Babin also with an assist on that. Right now, Athens regrouping behind its own net here. River Dragons with a 1-0 lead. Athens in no hurry to move it out here as they try to attack through center, but it's cut off there by Nash Hatcher. He'll bank it back down, but that's going to be icing. Well, they wave it off. Athens dumping it into the left side corner. Plouffe around back after it, and Papa Petro back there. No, that is not Josh Petrantonio's dad. Wick line in the far side. He ends up coughing it up there, and Athens on the regroup here. 4.5 to go in this first period. Connor Lind after loose puck in his own zone. Banks it back ahead. Collision just outside the blue line. Puck ends up back towards Lind. He's chased, trying to drive away up the left side. He's got some room here. Connor Lind turned it on the Jets, cutting in, but it was knocked off his stick by Robertson. Left point kept in. Storjahan covering. Passes tipped and deflected out. Thornton will leave it along the wall. Backhanded deep by Hatcher. Wickline tags up as Storjahan goes in. Reversed around to the near side. Storjahan trying to get there as it's chipped out to center. Hit Justin McDonald, who is out on the change. Now over to the far side. Smith chasing it. Underwood will take it behind the net. He'll leave it there. Thornton dancing away here as the River Dragons trying to break the zone here and finish that change. They at least get the forwards changed up. Have to finish the D pair here in a minute. As it's sent back in, Justin McDonald chasing after it. McDonald back across the ice, Kyle Moore. Tying up, puck free in the high slot, shot coming in. Oh boy, that would hit Babin. I don't think he saw it, but he got it. Shinkarik on the far side. Cleared around to the right point, Murray. Stops, goes back down the right wing wall. Murray trying to cut in front. Puck still sitting there after he ran into traffic. Ends up at the right point. Shinkarik tried to flip it along. Intercepted before it got to Greco. 3-on-3, Columbus pushing ahead. Hunter leaving up high, McDonald. More in the high slot, cutting across. Wrister, and it's tipped to the glass. On the right side, Hunter runs into his man. Puck at the right point. Plouffe trying to step down. Plouffe trying to swat it along there. He moves it to an open wing. It's picked up by Moore. Moore with Greco on him. Goes to the near side. Out onto the right wing, bottom of the circle. Now he'll try going the other way. McDonald knocked down in front. Wrap around a tip. Moore almost got it to go. Crowd wanted a penalty as Greco dropped McDonald in front of the net. Referee was right there, though. Didn't make the call. Somro trying to send it back in as Columbus looking to make the change here. Puck tipped down by Johnson. No icing. 2:19 to go here in the first. 1-0 River Dragons in the lead. A power play goal for Kyle Moore. Plouffe on the near side. Ahead to Somro. Onto the wing. Bersani. Bersani will send it in. And it disappears. So we get a whistle. 2 minutes to go. We're back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is when it's time for football season and time to have the boys over, Chick-fil-A was it. You bite into it and it's juicy, you got flavors popping. Oh yeah. On any D-A-Y, I need CFA.
Hey y'all, my name is Soraya, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is how easy it is. That convenience of being able to order through the app is just unmatched. When I place that tray down, those nuggets won't be there for long. Everyone loves them.
Back on River Dragons Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. River Dragons Hockey brought to you in part by Country Inn and Suites, the official host hotel of the River Dragons, and by Pepsi, the official soft drink of your Columbus River Dragons. William Lavalier talking to the linesman here before he gets back in the net. Puck drop's coming up right on the dot at center. Shot 7-4 in favor of the River Dragons. They lead at 1-0. Athens wins the faceoff back for Geely, pulling it back. And the Rock Lobsters will try to come up the right side. Athens looks a little bit like a team that rolled in on a bus. Not quite in full stride here yet, but also, Columbus is a difficult place to play. A lot of fans, they're loud. Not an easy rink to just come into and make things happen. That's why we need you on Wednesday. Here's Wickline. Oh boy, he tried to feed it back across to Storjahan. If that could have connected, would have been a wide open back door, but maybe you like to see Wickline take the shot there. Cody Wickline's been one of the hottest River Dragons players recently here. Multiple multi-point outings last week. Athens trying to regroup at center here. They're going to have to regroup at intermission at this rate. Babbitt in behind the net. He'll flip it back up the near side wall. Somro just chips it out off the glass. Milan back into his own end, feeding it across. Greco had to hurry it back to him. Jamath right there watching on the forecheck. He'll bump Greco as he goes by. Lind at center, feeding it back ahead. Jamath leaves it on for Lind. Lind in, tries to pull it through to a shooting position. Just lost the puck in traffic. Somro chasing after it far side. Somro knocked down over there. Onto the near side, Lukariev just lets it go past him and out of the zone. Now poked away, here's Milan up the left side. Milan, off-angle chance and hugging that right post. Babbitt able to deflect it away. Now it squirts past Greco at the line. Chopped away from Greco, here's Jamath. And the puck got caught in a pile of snow at the blue line and just stopped. Milan's going to move this one the other way. On the left side, Kolatarsi takes a look up just 5 seconds ago as he floats it down ice. Save made Babin. And that'll do it for period number one. Linesmen get in there before anything fun can happen. These two teams will head off into the first period. Sunset. Honestly, a very good period for the River Dragons. Columbus really did everything that they could have possibly wanted to do, I think, in this particular case. They just came at Athens from the beginning with a really solid forecheck, spent some great time in the zone, made things happen for themselves. They had several good scoring chances in that period, converted on one of them, a power play goal for Kyle Moore. And as we head off into the first intermission, Columbus has a 1-0 lead. We're going to talk about the numbers behind that first period summary and get a little bit more into the thoughts of how that went down, plus a busy Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard, and quite frankly, a very important Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard tonight. And we'll go over all the playoff implications for you as we review the scores and let you know how things look like they're going to play out. All right, back with more in a moment. 1-0 River Dragons after 20 minutes of play. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you you can have.
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
Back here on River Dragons Hockey, Tom Callahan here with you. I just saw the hardest hit I've seen all year, and it wasn't even in the game. It was in the bubble soccer that's going on down there. Red versus blue, and red has been hit twice. Red has been hit twice and both times lost the helmet. Or blue's lost the helmet. That's what it was. Blue's lost the helmet. Blue just got a goal out of it. Oh, my goodness. That was the hardest hit I've seen in a while. It's a good thing they're holding on to those giant inflatable bubbles. Those are actually a lot of fun. When we first got those, of course, everybody came out here wanting to test them, and then the floor was down. There was no ice. Kirk Underwood and I ran at each other as fast as we could and just bounced. Well, I bounced. Kirk came out on top of that collision. But, man, it was fun, but it was weird because once your momentum is gone, you don't know where you're going in that thing. And it's just it's kind of fun, but, yeah, that was something else. So, yeah, that was quite the hit. That was just thrown out there at center. It's an awful lot of fun. And you know what? If you bring a big group out to the game, I'm just going to throw this out there for you. Like bigger groups, more privileges, right? So groups of 30 or more, you can get a photo on the ice. You can get mascot visits. Actually, for our playoff group packages, every group that books gets a mascot visit with Scorch and Torch, so that's pretty cool. But photos at center ice, and sometimes you can get your group in on activities like that, or maybe you can sing the national anthem if you've got an elementary school, high school chorus, a jazz band, whatever. I mean, if you have an ensemble, maybe there's a barbershop quartet out there. That would be cool. to do the national anthem. So there's all kinds of ways you can get your group involved. Give us a call, 706-507-4625, and hopefully you can get involved with River Dragons Hockey. And again, I remind you there are special group packages and pricing in effect for Wednesday's Game 1, whether it is against the Athens Rock Lobsters or the Carolina Thunderbirds. All right, let's go back and take a look at the first period wrap as the River Dragons get the only goal of the period. Time of the goal officially listed at 14:06. And it is Kyle Moore who pretty much goes all the way down the ice and ends up with a really nifty move. He went to cut behind the net, and Moore fed the puck back towards the goal mouth. At that moment, William Lavaliere cut away from the post. He went to slide to his right, thinking Moore was going to go out the far side. The puck, on its way in front, banks it off the left skate of the goaltender and into the net for a power play marker. That's Moore's 12th goal of the year from Storjahan and Babin. It is the only goal of that opening frame, but the River Dragons carry the 1-0 lead out into the intermission, and they do go 1-for-1 on the power play with that goal, so it's good to see the power play click, and the River Dragons, who quite frankly I thought had a very good period. They had a lot of time in the offensive zone. They found ways to get pucks through. They really made it difficult for the Athens Rock Lobsters to get a whole lot going in the offensive zone, although Athens did have 2 power plays, and most of their shots actually come from that. But the River Dragons outshoot them 7-6 in the first period, and Athens goes 0-for-2 with that man advantage. That could be a key stat later on, and that's not something you'd think. Athens has the second-best penalty kill in the league coming into it at 87.2, but River Dragons kill is 4th. So it's a good special teams battle. They're pretty closely ranked with one another in both power play and penalty kill. So special teams could decide the balance of not only this regular season finale series, but also perhaps the playoffs. So that would be an interesting thing to think about. And we're going to talk about playoffs and the implications when we come back for that Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. That is on the other side of the break, and I will try to iron everything out as best as I can for you. I know we've got some questions that folks have been asking about how is it going to play out, especially in the Continental Division where the River Dragons reside. Well, I'll do my best to clarify for you when we return. 1-0 River Dragons after 1. This is River Dragons Hockey. Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home.
We work, sleep, eat, work, repeat. This is how we spend the majority of our time. And time is supposed to be one of the most precious treasures we have, right? Time together with friends and family doing the things that we want to do. And of course, we have to provide. But the life we're providing is supposed to be more than just food and shelter, isn't it? How about experiencing more of the things that we like to do with the people that we love? The truth is that this is what people rank as their highest value. Leisure time with friends and family, travel time, unique experiences and beautiful memories. If you ask anyone from virtually any culture what they wish they had more time to do, it's to see new places, experience new things, amazing experiences, and share those with the people that they want to be with. It's all about quality of life. But somehow we just don't take seriously the importance of our leisure time together, do we? In fact, did you know that every year we give away more than 1 million years of our vacation time? That's right. That's more than 21 years a second, to be clear, given back in paid vacation time that we don't take advantage of. Why do we do that? Why do we not take advantage of our leisure time at leisure? And let's face it, too much of our time today is being spent with a small device in our hands, looking at a small screen instead of the big open sky or mountains or beaches or creating new memories. And today, we live in a subscription-based society, don't we? So many of these services are vying for our time and money. Subscription movie services, TV services, grocery services, gym memberships. And that's okay because it's convenient, right? But what about all those missing, amazing experiences and the memories that they create? You see, quality of life is more than what we do on the couch. What about those other important aspects, too, of our experience in everyday life? You know, how we feel, literally how we physically feel today and every day. And of course, we want to look our best as well. So some of that leisure time and disposable income is going towards these categories as well. So what if I told you that there was a club that was just as convenient, but delivers the best life has to offer every day, everywhere, and in every way that you want? This is exactly what we do at Club Viago.
And we are back here at the first period intermission report. Tom Callahan here with you. 20 minutes in the books. It's 1-0 Columbus leading the Athens Rock Lobsters. Time for us to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. And they've got the arena crew out there working on a piece of glass as well right now. So I know we had a little bit of an issue with that earlier on. So good to see that they're trying to be proactive about that and go ahead and get that done here while the Zamboni is also out there on the ice. All right, taking a look around the FPHL. Here's what's going on tonight. First of all, Port Huron with a 1-0 lead over Motor City, and that one is midway through the second period of that game. Then you've got Binghamton up 3-1 on the Danbury Hat Tricks, and that's after one period of play. How about HC Venom with a 2-0 lead at the Watertown Wolves? Now, Venom have been eliminated from playoff contention, but still interesting to see them trying to finish with a strong end of the year. And this one's even more shocking. Dashers 2, Bobcats 1. That's right. Blue Ridge is trailing at home after 20 minutes. It is amazing to me how the Blue Ridge Bobcats can play so tough against Athens and Carolina, and then they play Dashers and they're losing after one period. It's just mind-blowing. In the first period, Carolina and the Monroe Moccasins are scoreless. 2-0 Zydeco lead the Seawolves. That's in the first period. And, of course, we have a 1-0 game. Now, before I go on to the NHL and Major League Baseball, I want to talk about the playoff implications of those games, or at least in the Continental Division. So if Carolina wins both games this weekend, they're in. No questions asked. That's first place. So Athens, which is 1 point behind Carolina with an equal number of games to play, has to win one more game than Carolina does. So if Carolina splits on the weekend with Monroe, Athens must win both. If Carolina doesn't win a game, Athens just has to win one. However, if Athens loses tonight and Carolina wins, that's it. Carolina is in first place. Now Baton Rouge and Blue Ridge are tied for the fourth spot. Why is that important? Because with the 4-5 playing game this year, it's only one game, and it's home ice advantage to whoever finishes ahead in that particular situation. So with both those teams tied right now, taking a look at that one, Baton Rouge is leading and Blue Ridge trailing. I kind of penciled in Blue Ridge to win both games and put the pressure on Baton Rouge to win both games, but maybe not. Maybe a little bit of spoiler roll there for Dashers with their 2 regulation wins this year. Hey, who knows? We'll keep you posted on that as the evening goes along. NHL right now, Senators 3-1 up on the Canadiens. Red Wings Lightning tied at 1 in the second. Penguins Devils 2-2 in the second. 9:30 puck drop Sharks at Oilers. 10 o'clock Wild at Flames. We'll take a break, come back on the other side. Second period action. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmos, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up, you can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmos rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Back here on Columbus River Dragons hockey, still waiting for the replacement of a pane of glass that they were working on during the intermission. And I think the one that they had didn't quite fit. So you're going to have to get another pane out there and try something else. But that does give me time to tell you about Sweetbriar Fine Cigars. They were established in 1975 and they're Georgia's oldest cigar shop. Sweetbriar is the finest selection of fresh, imported, handmade premium cigars. Enjoy your favorite in our relaxed, comfortable seating area. There's also a full line of accessories and custom blended pipe tobacco. Ask about veteran and military discounts, the loyalty program, and volume discounts. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 7. Sweetbriar is located in the upper level of the landings on Whitesville Road, just off Airport Thruway. They're online at sweetbriarcolumbus.com. All right, want to remind everybody once again, because, well, I've got the time, that the River Dragons are hosting Game 1 of the Continental Division semifinal series against either Carolina or Athens, and that's going to be on Wednesday, April 16th at 7:05 p.m. Playoff packages on sale now, as are special playoff group packages. You can only order those by giving us a call at 706-507-4625, or, of course, you can email us tickets at rdragons.com to book your group. And again, that is tickets at rdragons.com to book your group. And still waiting for that pane of glass to show up here, so let's see if we can get that out there relatively soon. That is the reason for the delay. If you're just joining us, Columbus has a 1-0 lead. Kyle Moore with a power play goal. Put the River Dragons in front. And nice little move by Moore. Looked like he was going behind the net. And he had William Lavalier, the Rock Lobsters goalie. Yep, remember him, River Dragons fans? Perhaps some of you are feeling like that name is familiar. Well, it is. Willie came to us at the end of last year. Started the year with Columbus and then I'll tell you what, Columbus had a situation where at one point they had just way, way too many goaltenders. And Lavalier was one of the casualties of that, as he ended up moving on down the line and didn't go to Athens right away, but ended up bouncing around and ended up heading into Athens. So the River Dragons having a little bit of a sing-along here as they bring the pane of glass out here. But just for a moment, while we have a minute, I want to welcome Allie Cadenhead, first to the team and second to the broadcast. Allie is one of the newer faces here with the River Dragons. So, Allie, thank you so much for joining us. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me here.
I hope I'm not crushing your headphone volume here.
No, you're not.
Okay, very good. So, tell us a little bit about what you're doing with the River Dragons and your background before you got here.
Yeah, so with the River Dragons, I'm the director of operations, so have my hands on a lot of things. Before the River Dragons, though, I was the sports information director at Columbus State University here in Columbus. So there I did everything athletic communications, got my feet wet, and now I'm just moving up the totem pole.
Moving into pro sports now.
That's right.
What's the biggest difference?
Oh, man.
Not handling 300 teams?
Yeah, definitely. CSU was 13 sports, and here it's just one, so it's still a lot of work, but, kind of learning. It's a lot different, and I've never worked with ice hockey before, so it's exciting.
Well, over at Columbus State, I mean, that's interesting, and maybe there's a lot of folks who are River Dragons fans who don't know Columbus State has a pretty darn big athletic program over there.
Yes, and their sports teams are super successful. Our women's soccer team, they were just in the Final Four. Our men's basketball team, they made it pretty far in the national tournament, and baseball, softball always do well, and it's a small campus, but they really show out in Division II.
That's really interesting. You get a lot of local talent then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we get a lot of Columbus, Atlanta, LaGrange, but we also expand to like Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, and even like our tennis teams, a lot of them are foreign. A lot of Spaniards and Europeans, so it's cool getting to watch them come to Columbus and kind of learn and grow.
Promise them the nice weather and see if they'll come on down, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
The southern heat.
So, you director of operations, I know you've just kind of come on board with us as they're kind of getting the glass wrapped up here, but I mean, just what are you most looking forward to here? I know you've got a summer in front of you, but a playoff run as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to just, learning hockey, obviously, but, growing with the team and getting to know all these amazing River Dragons fans. Our fan base is huge. And yeah, just to learn more and to grow as not only in a personal way, but a professional way as well.
Absolutely. And yes, you will learn they are passionate.
They are. I love it. I love going on social media and seeing all of the positive comments.
Yep, they absolutely love this team here in Columbus. So, Allie, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Tom.
You passed your debut with flying colors.
You put me on the spot.
I did, and you're a great sport. Thank
you.
All right, Allie Cadenhead joining us here. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to grab the spare headset. And Allie came up here just into the booth tonight, as I mentioned, one of the newer faces with the River Dragons. And you know what? It's nice to get a chance to hear from other people in the organization besides just me talking to you all the time. All right, I think we're ready for second period action, so let's get ready to go. And we're going to skate 5 aside. River Dragons rolling right to left. In front of our broadcast location here from high atop the Columbus Civic Center. It is the penultimate game of the regular season for Columbus. They lead 1-0 after one. We're underway. Left side, here's a chance for Athens trying to move in early here. I am very interested to see the first, I would say, 2-3 minutes of this period for the Athens Rock Lobsters. They didn't have a great first. They did get 2 power plays, which kind of helped make the stats look a little more even. They did not spend a lot of time on the Columbus end of things, and they certainly didn't get a lot of good scoring chances off, but there's a giveaway up high. Weisblatt turns it back in. Underwood will swing it around to the far side. So, again, I'll be interested to see how they come out here. What I would probably call a flat start at best for the Rock Lobsters. And the River Dragons took advantage. They scored on the power play, and they had several other pretty good chances as well. Athens and Weisblatt, well, they call it onside. Left-siders Johnson to the far side corner, trying to flip it into the slot, chopped away by Bersani to the corner. They send it up the wall to the line. A roller, that gets out. Now poked along, but recovered and pushed back in over the line. Offside, literally pushed in over the line right there was Papa Petros. As he was just dumped over the blue line. That offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. They're online at oldschoolbarber, SHOPPE.com, oldschoolbarbershop.com. Book your next appointment online 24/7. Plus, anytime you want through their Instagram and Facebook as well. Reservations are now required, so if your sides are a little off, get lined up at Old School Barbershop. Puck pushed back into the Columbus end of things here. There's a chance in on goal. Save Babin in front. Another save on the rebound. A chance right on the doorstep from Virgili, and all he can do is look at the rafters. Probably the first big test of the game for Trevor Babin. Face-off will be to his left, and it's pushed right back between the D down the ice. Here's Cody Wickline in there after Murray. He'll swing away behind the net. And Athens looking to move it out to center. Lind curling back, playing it ahead to Hatcher. Hatcher dumping it down. A bouncer right in on goal. Lavaliere's got a paddle at his side. Athens trying to leave the zone. Stepping up, though, keeping it in left side is Thornton. Thornton into the left wing corner, trying to play it back up the wall. And now it's taken away by Gallant, chased by Wickline around the far side of the net. He'll leave it off in behind. Papa Petro will look around back there, out the right side, and on the pressure, feeds it up the right wing through the skates there on Virgili. Turned right back over to Columbus. Here's Ryan Hunter. Will chip, and that was blocked by traffic. Turned back. Lind will have to chase. He scoops it around to the near side for himself. Keeps the speed going here. Puck bounces back off McDonald. Then will move it up the right side. Here they go. Here's Moore moving in. Wrist shot, glove, save Lavaliere. And no rebound there. So the face-off will come to the left of the Rock Lobsters goal. It'll be Hunter, McDonald, and Moore out there. Slahetka and Plouffe. McDonald looks like he's going to try to win it back towards Moore. High circle, he did, but they didn't like that face-off. And they're going to toss McDonald out of the draw. Greco exchanging a word with Lavaliere here. 2:38 into the second. 1-0. River Dragons in the lead. Puck went back towards McDonald. To the left pointer, Slahetka. His chance towards the front of the net, deflected in behind. Chased around to the far side now. But now McDonald in a battle over there, along with Kolatarsi. And it's put into the River Dragons bench. We get a whistle. Face-off will go right back inside. 2:51 into the second. Well, Athens came out. Very first minute of the period, spent some time in the Columbus zone. Had one dangerous chance, but now Columbus is right back to putting it into the Athens end. And going back to work. Face off to the left of Lavaliere, controlled by Columbus. Up to the point of shot block, came over to Slahetka. He'll just dump to the far corner. Slipped off the glass, bounced off a stanchion right in front. Bersani, a quick shot, and that is flagged down by the mitt by Lavaliere. Bersani had a puck up on edge, and he just kind of chopped it towards the net. Honestly, you don't know where it's going. But a great thought by Hunter Bersani just to put it on goal and see what happens. You never know, especially when the puck is traveling flat or rotating like that. It could do all kinds of crazy things. It's kind of like a knuckleball on the way in. Jemaev slides that draw towards Bersani, but it's moved away by Robertson. Shinkarik, far side, a bouncer kept in. As Glukaria and Jemaev battle. Doherty in the pile, pulls it out, puck into the slot. Bersani feeds, left point, block will through traffic. Gloved again by Lavalier, who had to reach up to spear that one. And he'll hang on with 3:21 gone here in the second. But again, Columbus, there's no secret to this sauce. It is just put the puck at the net, get a face-off win. Put the puck at the net, get a face-off win. And when there's a board battle, win it. Jemaev's going to try to pull this draw back left. And he does, right to Bersani. Just as planned, and now it's sent to the far side. I think Bersani thought he might have had somebody releasing to the back of the far post there, but no one ever did, as there was a good tie-up by the Athens defense. Looked like it was a set play, but just didn't quite materialize. Shinkarik with a drive and a glove save. Babbitt in the other end. And a little bit of milling around in front of the goal. It doesn't come to much. 3:43 into the second here as we're kind of creeping through the early phase of this second period. Drawn to the right of Babin. And right now, Plouffe swinging around the far side. All the way down it goes, no icing as Athens will rip it around. And out to center it comes, and Slahetka will regroup in his own zone. Puck on the right side, corner tied up over there. Cole Latarsi all the way down low from his point position. Onto the near side, here's McDonald. He'll send one up in the air, try to float that one ahead, but unfortunately Athens saw the play coming. Smith gloved it down. He's chopped down at the line by Slahetka. And the puck moved back out to center. Greco, hard pass, bounces away, ends up with Moore. Moore feeds Slahetka. Now a chance for Columbus on the break. Led ahead, here's McDonald onto the right side. Hunter in with a wrist shot and a blocker save. Lavalier. Moore on the right wing side, leaving it off. Here's McDonald up at the right point, cutting across. His wrister through traffic, missed the net. Left side, Thornton moves down, slides it into the corner. Centering feed, oh, and Lavalier shuts down Hunter right on the doorstep. Kyle Moore out of the pile. Slahetka left side, right through the goal crease, out around to the right point. Hunter knocked down, penalty coming. River Dragons, extra man coming is Babbitt. To the bench, left side, Slahetka, cross ice feed. Columbus will pull it back up top. Down low, Slahetka. And the off-angle chance. Lavalier has it in the gear. Oh, my goodness. Columbus headed to the power play here early in the second with a 1-0 lead. We're back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons hockey.
We all dream. But dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home. All right, back here on River Dragons hockey. Tom Callahan here with you as the River Dragons heading back onto the Loft Power Play where they're 1-for-1. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night. Show your River Dragons ticket stub for a 2-for-1 deal on cover only at the Loft. proud partner of River Dragons Hockey. Drawn to the right of Greco coming up. Storjahan to take the face-off. It'll be Hunter out there along with Underwood, McDonald, and Kyle Moore. Greco into the box for cross-checking. Of course, the former fan favorite here in Columbus turned heel. And now the River Dragons have to start by chasing that puck out of the zone. Kyle Moore will grab and leave it. McDonald onto the right side to Moore, chopped at the line. Puck didn't make it in, and now Milan on the left side. McDonald hustling to cut him off. Milan a drive right into the guts of Babbitt. And now Columbus trying to move it quickly ahead. Onto the right wing. Now left side. Hunter. Hunter moving in. He's got help. Hunter in with a shot. Blocker save Lavalier, and the rebound into the netting. Robertson made sure to go over and give Hunter the extra bump, and now Shinkarik does the same. .131 to go on the power play. Storjahan, Underwood, Hunter, McDonald, Moore remain out there for Columbus. Drawn to the right of the Rock Lobsters goal. It's fed behind the net, ramped around to the left point. Moore holding it in up top. Heavy collision back there. Crowd like that one. Moore dancing at the line. Trying to hook it deep. It's turned away, and now too far for Milan and way out to play it. Babin, he's not afraid to play it around. Takes a little chop in the process, but Moore with it. Gets it to Hunter. He'll feed it back, and Columbus will regroup. Coming up on a minute to go on the power play as Underwood spins in over the line right side. Kirk Underwood into the right wing, back up the wall. Fed it up top, but between everybody and down the ice. So Babbitt will leave it there for Moore. Columbus will start the change of the power play units. Thornton out there now. It's River Dragons gain center. Working in the right side, fed in towards the slot, taken away by Murray. A bound to the line, knocked down by Storjahan and keeps it in. Storjahan driving down the right wing, fed towards the point area, but Johnson was there and he rolls it down the ice. Half minute to go on the power play for Columbus. Not quite as organized as it was last time for the River Dragons. Thornton around to the right side. He'll feed it ahead. Pinball's off the skate of Wickline into the corner. Cody Wickline up after. 20 seconds to go on the man advantage. Jemayev knocks his man down. And, yep, Jemaev's going to the box. Not a surprise on that one. Tripping will be the call. 7:07, and there goes the rest of that. The Loft power play. Now the River Dragons to the kill. Unfortunately for Jemaev, I don't know if he meant to do it or not, but he hooked that skate pretty good. Well, the fans don't like it, but Athens will end up with its third power play where they're 0 for 2 after 15 seconds of 4-on-4. Face off to the right of Babin. Well, Hatcher crept in early there, and they're going to throw Wickline out of the circle, although Virgili was halfway into the corner. I'm surprised he didn't get tossed out. Yeah, Virgili's got to get out of there, too. Nope, they're going to toss Hatcher out. This is getting ridiculous. I don't know how they ignored how much of a violation Virgili had there twice. But puck out to center either way. It worked out. You know, the game of hockey, it balances itself out. Wickline to the near side corner against Virgili. And now Athens with the man advantage here. Cross ice feed, that would have tipped away from Milan. Hatcher into the corner tying him up. And now it's cleared out and down the ice by Thornton. Lavalier will just tee it up at the side of the net. Columbus will change up the PK unit. Athens moving ahead. Here's Shinkarik on the right side. Weisblatt try to feed it down the wall. It's picked off and cleared down. Bersani will move up. He's going to force something for Lavalier, who has it in his skates, lost it, and now it's picked off Bersani behind the net. He's knocked down by Shinkarik in the corner. Boy, Lavalier, that was a puck handling adventure. Gallant back the other way. Trying to feed this one to the right side. Here's Milan. Milan up top, Shinkarik. Milan, Shinkarik again over to the far dot for a one-time block by Underwood. Right off the hand, found the glass. Weisblatt to the left point, Shinkarik over to the right side, Milan into the slot, and that one kind of handcuffed Gallant, and it's cleared out. 30 seconds to go in the power play for Athens, and Columbus will change up its penalty killers once again. McDonald out there with Ryan Hunter here. Weisblatt pushed as he pushes it around to the far side. Underwood still out there. Up to the left point, kept in. Athens, 8 seconds to go on the man advantage. Pass up top, Shinkarik had to hustle it away. Feed into the slot, tip towards the net, say Babin. Johnson stepped on the puck, couldn't come up with a chance. And it's fired ahead out of the box. It's Jemaev. Jemaev tried to walk in, had it taken away by Shinkarik. Now Johnson pushing it away, Slahetka. And now it's flipped into the left wing corner. Ryan Hunter up after it, off angle chance with a rolling puck, and a save there from Lavalier. Plouffe stepped up on it, but didn't come up with it. And now moving his way in. Papa Petros into the left side corner, and he will knock down Slahetka behind the net and knocked his helmet right off. Kept it up top of the long shot. Babin will glove it and hold on. Better to slow things down here. Papa Petros kind of almost going to the choke slam there on Slahetka. Maybe the temperature is going to come up in this one. We're 11 seconds shy of the halfway mark. Columbus holding on to a 1-0 lead. Faceoff will come to the left of Trevor Babin, and now Columbus makes a late change here. They'll put the Jemaev line out there. He'll come in across from Milan for the faceoff. Spun over to the near wall. Milan goes back for it. He's pressured at the line. A diving sweep keeps it in. Plouffe in the corner, trying to step away from his check. Picard fell, but the puck stays in on the far side. Centering attempt. That one was blocked. And now Columbus again with possession. Somro feeding onto the right wing, and now lead at center. Jemaev tied up by Greco. He got it over the line, but it was sent right back out. Dumped in from center by Columbus. And Somro's in offside. I don't think he knows it. Now he does. River Dragons have to drop back in defensive coverage here. Thornton trying to chip it out, hit the linesman. Smith keeps into the right point, but a shot hit Thornton. Now Kolatarsi with a chance. They made Babin a rebound sitting on the near side, right up through the crease. And Hatcher will bank it away out to center. So he gets followed up on there. Puck dumped back in, but Athens has to tag up. Columbus could use a line change here, and Doherty will start one by heading to the bench. Up on the right side, here come the River Dragons in with a wrist shot. Save made. Rebound sitting there. Lynn with a backhand and a right pad save. Lavalier. Here's Wickline to the left point. Thornton through traffic. Missed the net. Right side, Stordahan to the half wall. Stordahan. Quick shot tipped by Wickline in front. Goes behind the net. Sent to the far side. And boy, the bodies are crashing around out there now. Banked down the ice. That's going to be an icing call. And this icing is brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air, where right now you can get a furnace tune and an AC inspection for only $79. Book your appointment by calling 706-882-8888 or go to airforceheatingandair.com. Halfway home in this one, 1-0 Columbus. This is River Dragons hockey.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmo's, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up. You can do it from home. You get to your pump, Hit Zelmo's Rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is when it's time for football season and time to have the boys over, Chick-fil-A was it. You bite into it and it's juicy, you got flavors popping. Oh yeah, on any D-A-Y, I need CFA.
Hey y'all, my name is Soraya, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is how easy it is. That convenience of being able to order through the app is just unmatched. When I place that tray down, those nuggets won't be there for long. Everyone loves them.
And we're back just past the halfway point of this hockey game here. Columbus still with a 1-0 lead on a Kyle Moore power play goal. Face off to the right of William Lavalier. 5-on-5 hockey. And in case you haven't been following the River Dragons for a while, Lavalier now 10's goal for the Athens Rock Lobsters. Here's a pass in front. They score! Oh, it deflects in off the stick of Carter Shinkarik. Kyle Moore's got his second goal of the night. Kyle Moore with a pass that was headed to the back door, intended for a cutting Justin McDonald. But instead, as Shinkarik reached out to block the pass, he tips it right in the top far corner over the glove of William Lavalier. Moore's got his second of the night, 13th of the season. 11:32 time of the goal, and Columbus is now out in front 2-0. There's a chance in front, and Hunter is stopped.
Number 15, Kyle Moore. His second of the game, assisted by number 7, Justin McDonald, at 11:32 of the second period.
Yeah, that was a design play. McDonald released off that face-off win, and he turns out to be the only assist on the goal, but tell you what, again, put the puck at the net. Good things happen. Oh, there's a dangerous chance in front. Babin was sucked out of the net, but fortunately the attempt went wide. Johnson in the slot with a shot. That one missed. Left side, McDonald can't clear the zone. Kept in up top. Virgili, left side, backdoor feed. Nice read there. Slahetka took it away. And now McDonald back to Hunter with a bouncing puck right side. Ryan Hunter in, wrist shot up high. Lavalier the save, and Slahetka was looking for a rebound in front, and Murray's going to give him a little hug. The Zebras get in there as quickly as they can. Keep anything from really developing. 12.5 to go in the second. 2-0 Columbus. Hey, we're back at it again tomorrow night. It's Fan Appreciation Night. Someone's leaving with a 4K TV. And we're giving away gas cards. We're giving away hockey puck ice cream sandwiches, courtesy of Brewster the Gas, courtesy of Zelmo Zippin. We've also got some other fun, exciting giveaways going on, including Hollywood Connection passes from our friends at AMC. I mean, just so much going on. Come on down, join us. You might win something. Why not? There's a chance in front. Milan sent it wide. As it's cleared out to center, and Columbus will dump it on into the Athens end of things here. So you've got Doherty out with Somro and Jamaev. And a pass. Jamaev intercepts. He'll feed it back to Bonkwell. Bonkwell backing up left side. Scoots it off the dasher. Somro tipping into space. Doherty trying to get to it. And he leaves it off inadvertently. Jamaev cutting in with a wrist shot. And that one, Lavalier got just enough of. Shinkarik was in front, trying to throw a block again there. There's Doherty with a centering feed up past Jamaev, but to the line. Bonkwell with a drive. And Lavalier the save, and he hangs on. Boy, we've been going at it here. And the River Dragons, again, having a pretty good hockey game. On balance, I'd say Columbus has looked very good in this one. So let's keep that ball rolling. Face-off will be right next to the right point. There's a chance coming in on goal, and it goes wide. All the way up to the left point. And now Thornton keeping it. Down the left side he goes. Up to the left point, Sturgeon with it. Thornton in the corner. River Dragons push back in left side. Sturgeon after it. And a bouncer out to center here on the right winger. Smith trying to push back in. Smith cutting into the right wing side. All the way around. He'll wrap it out the far. Leaving it up top. It's poked at and now pushed out of the zone. Here's Cody Wickline up the right side. Feeds it across, but he threw it between Sturgeon and Hatcher, and that kind of thwarted that rush. Now Columbus back in. Well, there you go. 2-on-2. Hunter has a chance. And left side with a shot. Lavalier shuts down that low stick side wrister. Hunter on the left side. Swings it into the slot area for the late arriving McDonald, but it never got through the D as it's fired all the way down the ice on Babin. No icing. We'll poke it ahead to Slahetka. Trying to catch Athens in a change here. Puck tipped on in. And right in on Lavalier, and McDonald slides by the net. 4:58 to go here in the second. 2-0. Columbus back with more in a moment on River Dragons Hockey.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Follow the signs and discover your next adventure in life. Nestled right in the heart of Old Town on Queen Bee Drive is a Legacy Reserve at Old Town. At Legacy Reserve, your retirement is whatever you want it to be. Be active, be flavorful, be free, be alive. Don't just live life, live a legacy. Call or visit our website for more information. Try out our virtual tour online today.
Back on Columbus River Dragons Hockey. Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Appreciate you being a part of tonight's game on our YouTube channel at Columbus River Dragons. Hey, while you're here, subscribe to the channel and then click the bell. Why click the bell, Tom? Well, because every time we go live with a game, you'll get a notification. So you will never miss a River Dragons game start if you click that notification bell. Face-off coming up to the right of Lavalier. McDonald trying to push it ahead. Murray behind. Well, nope, didn't like that one. Let's do it again. We have had some serious face-off issues. This time it's Murray getting yelled at by the linesman. Let's try it again. Virgili in across from McDonald, who scoots it back to the left point. Slahetka with it, feeding it down to McDonald on the backhand. A flip to the side of the net. Oh, the puck right in front. Ripped wide there, and I think Murray got a piece of that wrist shot from Hunter. Oh, my goodness. Back in the left wing, here's Gallant in with speed on the off angle. Tried to center, and a nice block there by the River Dragons. Kyle Moore doing the splits in front and just tipped it out. Back on the right side, Papa Petros trying to leave it off, and now it's turned right back. Columbus up through center. Here comes McDonald. He's got Moore trailing, feeds it back towards Hunter, but Gallant cut the pass off, but he put it right into Moore. Moore on the left side. Back door to Hunter. Hunter, his shot save. A big rebound is chopped away and out of the zone. Slahetka was coming down for the left point, was in the perfect place for it, but because it was up in the air, it bounced away. Left siders Johnson feeding it back across. And Gallant was exhausted, wasn't there for it. Columbus ahead again. Hunter moving in, left side has McDonald. McDonald waiting, pulling it out of traffic. McDonald tried to feed it cross ice, hit Weisblatt, came back to him. McDonald all the way up top, high slot area, wrist shot, deflects into the far side corner. McDonald will go get it again. It's a long shift, but he doesn't look like it. Feeds it right in front. Weisblatt finally able to clear it out. McDonald found some of that old man energy at the end of that shift. He was still going pretty strong. Dumped in behind the net. Robertson has red jerseys on either side of him. That one around right off the melon of Hunter Bersani and out of play. I seen him warming up playing soccer. He took it to a little bit of an extreme right there. Face-off will be to the left of the Athens goal. 3:23 to go in the second period. 2-0 Columbus in the lead. Face-off tied up, and Jamea foul with it. Looking for Somro. Nope, leaves it up top. There's a shot for the point. That hit a body, ends up in the corner. Bersani to Somro. Somro off Jamaev's skates. Lukariev trying to battle his way out with it. They tie up right in front of the Columbus bench. Now it squirts free. Milan in over the line. And now it ends up on the left wing with a shot ripped over top of the net there as it went past the right shoulder of Babin, and a penalty coming up on Columbus. And it's going to be Hunter Bersani going into the bench, or the penalty box. Let's see what they give him here. Tripping. .17:03 time of the penalty, and Athens onto its fourth power play of the game. They're 0 for 3, but man, you hate to keep giving any team so many chances. Drawn to the right of Babin. And it's one back towards the point, stretching for it. Shinkarik on the left side. He gets it back across. Here's Milan, lets it go, missed the net. Rebound far side, they score. Gallant with a power play goal breaks the shutout. It's 2:48 left to go in the second period, and now it's 2-1 Athens. Well, like I said, you hate to keep giving any team power play chances. They're going to break through at some point, especially a team as talented as Athens. It took them all of 9 seconds on the power play, and for Gallant, his 39th goal of the year. And if Garrett Milan picks up an assist on this, which I think he's going to.
Scored by number 9, Casey Milan. Assisted by number 10, Garrett Milan. Number 14, Carter Shinkarik.
Shinkarik as well at 17-12. But Milan is now at 99 points on the season. He is the league's leading scorer. And he's sitting on the doorstep of 100 points. Well, hopefully he doesn't get there tonight. Here's a pass into the slot for Wickline. Turned over, but Storjahan there. Left side, he rolls one down there. And Hatcher will play it behind the net. Wickline scoops it up out the near side. Looping all the way into the slot with a pass. Plouffe cut down for the right point. Boy, I tell you what, Johnson didn't know he was there, but the pass was just a little too hot. Now kept in right side. Storjahan might as well shoot. He does. Lavalier, the save, hit him in the mask. As he takes the mask off. As the clip went on it, he put his glove up trying to indicate that the mask had come loose, and he just kind of ripped the helmet off there. 1:56 to go in the second, 2-1 River Dragons. A lot of goalies will try to shrug the mask off their head, especially if it's one of the bottom clips that breaks. If it's one of the ones up top on either side of your head, that doesn't necessarily mean the mask is coming off. But if it's any of the two that are on either side of your jaw, if those clips break, any move that you make that's going to be quick, the mask is going to come off, and that's a safety hazard. So that was Lavalier. Must have felt one of those either unsnap or break. And given the amount of time it's taken him to try to fix this up here. Let's see. Well, I think it just must have unclipped. And the clips that are on those, so it's an elastic band that goes through, it's a plastic clip. Now, why they don't use metal ones, I don't know. I've always wondered that myself. I mean, I wear one of those on occasion. I know the feeling, and it's just I've never understood the plastic clips, but they break. And they will pop open when hit by a shot sometimes, so you just don't want a safety issue. Lavalier talking to the referee about it. He still can't get that helmet right, though. Trying to put it on, and it's still not quite right. Yeah, he's got one of the players taking it over to the bench for him. It's actually... well, there's two masks we're juggling here. So actually, I think what they had done, they did take Lavalier's over to the bench. They were going to give him the backup's helmet, but he's having trouble putting it on. But in the meantime, his arrived with a new clip on it. So it looks like he's good. And he's got his own mask back on, which, yeah, that's a comfort zone thing. 1:56 to go in the second. 2-1 River Dragons. Puck pushed around to the near side, and here's Weisblatt moving it ahead. Milan cutting in on the left wing, trying to dangle it on goal, and a shot that goes wide on the blocker's side. Milan up top, leaving it off. Papa Petros fed it down and out. It's turned over, and Columbus numbers if they hurry. Jemayev left side, Doherty back door. Jemayev, wrist shot, Lavalier save. Rebound pushed towards him, puck still free. Murray feeding it around the far side. Athens a chance to clear. They can't. Hit Somro with it. Fed to the near corner as Columbus changing while they keep it in. Somro battling on the left side. Looking for a little puck support here. It's pulled out to the left point. Blockwell holding it in. His shot is blocked on the way through as he knocks down Weisblatt, who loses a stick in the process. Doherty steals it back at center. Now McDonald off his boot sends it deep, but Doherty and Somro have to get out of there. Now Hunter and Moore will come in. Played ahead on the right side. Shinkarik is up by himself, watched by Kyle Moore, who just pokes it off his stick. They go behind the net, and Moore will recover the puck. River Dragons headed center is Hunter cutting in. Has McDonald. Hunter's wrist shot tipped way out of play by Greco. With 35.5 seconds to go in the second period, Columbus with a 2-1 lead. Face-off will stay inside the Rock Lobsters zone. Same two teams tomorrow night on Fan Appreciation Night. Final regular season home game, final regular season game for Columbus and Athens. Face-off coming up to the left of William Lavalier. McDonald in for the face-off. And across from Shinkarik. Shinkarik scoops it over to the wall. They tie up over it. And it squirts free towards Moore. Now it's swept out to center. Thornton on it there. He'll fire it right back in. Columbus is offside, though. They got to tag it up. 20 seconds to go. That allowed Athens enough time to move it down. Thornton in the far side off the glass. Bounces through center. Greco after it. 7 seconds to go as Greco right side missed. That'll be an icing if they hurry. Yep. Now the clock stopped with 0.5, but they could easily move that up to 1.7 or even 2 seconds. Let's see if they elect to put any time back up on that clock. They should. That's what McDonald's indicating. They easily could put that to 2 seconds. And I think the ref just told them to put a second back on the clock, so maybe to 1.5. Yeah, they're going to go to 1.5. Like I said, I thought 2.0, 1.7, somewhere in there, but I guess a second and a half, you get what you get. Well, Bersani, I don't know why they're going to try to get a draw win here. Columbus might be better served to just try to get a left-hand shot in the circle. Well, now Bersani's going to get pulled off. And McDonald's going to try it. So here you go. He's a left-hand shot, but I still think he's going to try to win the draw. So he's going to win it back, and Hunter's going to try to shoot it through him. Now he tried to go forward with it, but either way, it was blocked. And that's the end of the period. So Columbus will skate off with a 2-1 lead here, 40 minutes in the books. And we are going to move into our second period intermission report here as right now the River Dragons in a spot where I think they had another good period and just need to continue doing what they're doing, but also stay out of the penalty box. But we're going to talk about that. We'll get to the scoring wrap for you, so stay tuned. Plus an update of that Zelmo zipping out of town scoreboard. Playoff implications abound. And if I got time, I'll even get to baseball, let you know how the Braves are doing. So stay tuned. There's more coming your way. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less?
This winter, don't let your heating system leave you out in the cold. At Air Force Heating and Air, we are committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or a new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you. Residential and commercial, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Get your girls out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls Night Out.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
And we are back here, 2 periods of play in the books with the Columbus River Dragons and the Athens Rock Lobsters. Well, I tell you what, it's actually been a really good hockey game tonight and a good crowd on hand here at the Columbus Civic Center tonight. If you're sitting at home and you want to know if you should come out tomorrow night, obviously the answer is yes. But tomorrow night is Fan Appreciation Night, and there's all kinds of giveaways, prizes. And as I mentioned before, I mean, look, An entire lucky row is going to win Zelmo Zipping gas cards. You can't beat that. Plus, someone's going home with a 4K TV. We're giving away hockey puck ice cream sandwiches courtesy of Brewster's. We're giving away Hollywood Connections passes. There's going to be more fun, all kinds of prizes, a lot of fun. So, and that's not even the hockey. We're not even talking about the actual event that's going to bring you in here. I know a lot of folks are coming in on family 4-packs. Those have now sold out. I'm sorry if you missed your chance on those. But we did sell a lot of 4-packs. And, again, thank you to all the sponsors who make that possible. It's a tremendous deal. I don't know if it'll be back next year. I hope it is. It was pretty popular this year, but, $40. Then you get 4 seats, which is less expensive than 4 seats to a game as it is. And then on top of that, hey, we gave you 4 hot dogs, 4 Pepsi products, 4 popcorn, and I can always tell when it's family 4-pack night. There's an inordinate amount of popcorn boxes in the trash at the end of those family 4-pack games. Plus, we give you Chick-fil-A coupons, too. So just a fantastic time and a great night out here at River Dragons Hockey. Again, we're doing it tomorrow night at 7:05. It is the regular season finale, and then on to the playoffs. We're going to discuss playoff seedings and implications in the second portion of this intermission show. But for now, time for a scoring wrap. It was 1-0 Columbus after 1. River Dragons stretched that lead out to 2-0. Kyle Moore with a shot from the wing that was really intended to be a pass to Justin McDonald on the backside. After McDonald won the draw, went over, he released and headed towards the far post. Moore found himself able to slide that puck across, but as he did, Carter Shinkarik, the former River Dragon, reaches out with his stick and deflects it right in past his own goaltender. And so over the left shoulder of Lavalier it goes, and it's 2-0 Columbus at that point. McDonald the assist at 11:32. But, boy, you just keep giving Athens a power play. Keep giving them a power play. Well, guess what? Eventually they're going to score, and they did. A power play marker for Athens on their 4th chance of the evening as Athens gets a power play goal off the stick of Gallant. That is his 39th, team-leading 39th goal of the season. Assists to Milan and Shinkarik. Milan now at 99 points on the year. He is also the league's leading scorer. So just a interesting heads up on that particular statistic, up to 99 points. And Gallant, his 39th goal, also a league-leading total in that category. And believe it or not, 2 Watertown Wolves are behind him now by 2 goals, depending on what Gaeta and Lord did tonight. But it's been a heck of a year offensively for the Athens Rock Lobsters. And actually, Gallant also leads the league in power play goals. He is now up to 16 on the year. So he's first place in that category as well. So just absolutely kind of crazy, but that's where we stand after 2 periods. I talked before the period started about what kind of response we'd see from Athens, but again, outside of their power plays and the first minute of the period, I didn't think they brought a lot to the table. So I really am interested to see, again, this 3rd period. The first couple of shifts, I think, are going to tell me a lot, going to tell you a lot too, River Dragons fans, so stay tuned for those as we see what we're going to get. And by the way, shots in that period favored Columbus 16-8, if you need any further proof to back up what I'm telling you here. And 23 now for the River Dragons in the hockey game, 14 for Athens. Power plays, Rock Lobsters 1 for 4, River Dragons 1 for 2. Take a break, come back with more here in the second period intermission report. The Zelmo Zipping Out of Town scoreboard is next. This is River Dragons Hockey. Welcome home to the Trails at Flat Rock, featuring professionally managed new and renovated apartment homes with unique floor plans. Trails at Flat Rock features washers and dryers in every home, a picnic and pool area with grills, playground, fitness center, and more. We're pet-friendly and are located right next to Flat Rock Park. We even have a car wash on property, plus garages and storage units available for rent. Call 706-909-2423 or visit trailsatflatrock.com to see your next home.
We work, sleep, eat, work, repeat. This is how we spend the majority of our time. And time is supposed to be one of the most precious treasures we have, right? Time together with friends and family doing the things that we want to do. And of course, we have to provide. But the life we're providing is supposed to be more than just food and shelter, isn't it? How about experiencing more of the things that we like to do with the people that we love? The truth is that this is what people rank as their highest value. Leisure time with friends and family, travel time, unique experiences and beautiful memories. If you ask anyone from virtually any culture what they wish they had more time to do, it's to see new places, experience new things, amazing experiences, and share those with the people that they want to be with. It's all about quality of life. But somehow we just don't take seriously the importance of our leisure time together, do we? In fact, did you know that every year we give away more than 1 million years of our vacation time? That's right. That's more than 21 years a second, to be clear, given back in paid vacation time that we don't take advantage of. Why do we do that? Why do we not take advantage of our leisure time at leisure? And let's face it, too much of our time today is being spent with a small device in our hands, looking at a small screen instead of the big open sky or mountains or beaches or creating new memories. And today, we live in a subscription-based society, don't we? So many of these services are vying for our time and money. Subscription movie services, TV services, grocery services, gym memberships. And that's okay because it's convenient, right? But what about all those missing amazing experiences and the memories that they create? You see, quality of life is more than what we do on the couch. What about those other important aspects, too, of our experience in everyday life? You know, how we feel, literally how we physically feel today and every day. And of course, we want to look our best as well. So some of that leisure time and disposable income is going towards these categories as well. So what if I told you that there was a club that was just as convenient, but delivers the best life has to offer every day, everywhere, and in every way that you want? This is exactly what we do at Club Viago.
And we're back here in the second period intermission. Tom Callahan here with you. Hey, thanks for joining us as we are through 40 minutes of play here at the Columbus Civic Center. And the River Dragons up 2-1. Time to check this Elmo zipping out of town scoreboard. Playoff implications abound, and let's catch you up. The Battle of Michigan, Rockers, Prowlers. That's actually tied at 1 in the third. As that one is getting towards the end of that game, they might see some extra hockey there. Binghamton's got a 4-2 lead early in the third over the Hat-Tricks. 3-2 Wolves up on Venom. That one is heading into the third period. Bobcats, Dashers now tied at 3. How about that? 2 periods in the books between those two. Dashers are just hanging tough. Here's another shocker. Carolina and Monroe 1-1 tie late in the second period. So Carolina wins both games this weekend. It doesn't matter what Athens does. Carolina's 1, Athens is 2. If Carolina wins tonight, Athens loses tonight, then it's over. But if Carolina loses and Athens loses, it could come down to if Carolina loses tomorrow and Athens wins tomorrow, Athens could still sneak into first. So that's one of the interesting case studies going on. Zydeco trying to take care of business. They're up 4-1 on the Seawolves. That's late in the second period as well. National Hockey League in the third. Senators 4-2 over the Canadiens. 3-3 tie. Red Wings and Lightning. And 9:30 puck drop. Sharks at Oilers. 10 o'clock Wild at Flames. One final from earlier. Penguins 4-2 over the Devils. Boy, the Penguins and the Sabres are doing incredible work. The problem is it's in garbage time as they've both been eliminated from the postseason. Major League Baseball. And the Atlanta Braves lost to the Tampa Bay Rays 6-3 earlier today. Reds 5-3 beat the Pirates. 7-0 Guardians blanked the Royals. Jays and Orioles are rained out. Games in progress. Nationals 5-4 over the Marlins. Top 8. Top 7. White Sox 7-0 over the Red Sox. Bottom of the fifth. 2-1 Angels over the Astros. Top of, well, actually middle of the fifth inning now. Giants 8-1 over the Yankees. Top 5, Tigers, Twins tied at 1. Middle of the fifth, Phillies, Cards scoreless. Rockies and Padres about to get underway, as are the Rangers and Mariners. Brewers and Diamondbacks late starts tonight. Mets at Athletics, Cubs at Dodgers. That'll do it for the Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard and our second period intermission. When we come back, it'll be time to drop the puck on third period action. Columbus up 2-1 on a pair of Kyle Moore goals. over the Athens Rock Lobsters. Stay tuned. There's more coming your way on River Dragons Hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less?
Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Introducing New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, it's different.
Back here for third period action on Columbus River Dragons Hockey. Tom Callahan here with you. Thanks for joining me as we're getting ready to go for this third period. And boy, I tell you what, it's a fairly exciting season coming right down to the wire. I mean, what else could you want? The River Dragons can play spoilers to Athens, and on top of that, if they play spoilers, they then turn right around and see Athens in the first round, starting Wednesday right here in Columbus, 7:05 p.m. We have group specials available, starting with just 10 people in your group, all kinds of fun stuff, playoff swag, autographed pucks, visits from Torch and Scorch. You got to give us a call, though, to book these groups because it's such short notice. 706-507-4625 or email tickets with an S, tickets at RiverDragons or at rdragons.com. Book those playoff groups. Let's pack this place. Game 1 Wednesday night could be against Athens. In the meantime, here's some third period action. 2-1 Columbus in the lead as we started off, and here's a break. Lucaria, left side in with a shot, and bam, on the left pad save. Rebound try, blocked in front, and now it's cleared out, a roller down the ice. Right away, Bockwell heads off here, just 21 seconds in. Hope he's okay. On the right side, might be an equipment issue, actually. Weisblatt trying to toss that one up the wall. It's picked off and now moved ahead. Columbus on the right wing. Somro moving in as Plouffe going to that. Leaves up top. Bersani rips one from up top, and that one is gloved down by Lavalier. He'll force a face-off to his left. Just 36 seconds into the third period. Well, here we go. Shinkarik has a hug on Bersani, who's trying to communicate with one of the other Rock Lobsters. And they're both going to go to the box. That is Murray. So, Troy Murray and Hunter Bersani will both head in. Perhaps a little 4-on-4, but maybe 5-on-5. We'll see which way they decide to go with this. Okay, 5-on-5. So it looks like Bersani's getting unsportsmanlike, I think. 36 seconds in, and then it'll be roughing going the other way to Murray. Although I might have those reversed. Okay, drawn to the left of Lavalier, it is 5-on-5. So those boys will have to wait for a whistle before they get out of the box. And Murray is still continuing to let Hunter Bersani knows how he feels. And believe me, Bersani is not shy. Wickline gets a reprimand from the linesman. Hatcher steps in and wins it into the skate of the linesman. And then it's taken away by Athens. Puck into the right side corner. Dumped into the Columbus end of things. Callahan hooks it in front. Hatcher ran into his own man. The puck behind the net, cleared to the line. Not out. Callahan, high slot. Shot blocked. Backhand ends up in the left side corner. Johnson tied up, and now Hatcher trying to move it away as he's tripped up onto the far side. Gallant centering feed off a skate, and out to center it goes. Shinkarik will chase it down. It goes back onto the right. And now ahead, here comes Athens. Plouffe turning it the other way. It rolls away from Wickline. Papa Petros feeding it onto the right side. Kolatarsi. Johnson will dump it in from center. Babin can't slow it down, but it goes all the way around to Ryan Hunter. He'll lead it to Kyle Moore, who's got both River Dragons goals. In over the line, leaves it on the right side. Connor Lind trying to step down the wall. And Glukariev just gets it over the line. Milan will fire it into the far side corner. Thornton giving chase. Stole it away from Weisblatt. McDonald left side. Here comes Hunter. He's got more with him. Hunter left side, long wrister. Oh boy, broke his stick in half. And now Moore steals it down low, out the backside of the net. Wanted to get it to McDonald, instead to the right point. Lind, and it hops away from him and onto the zone. That was just an unfortunate bounce there for Columbus. It's dumped in off the stick of Greco, and that allows both teams to go for the change. No icing here. Well, there's nothing quite like watching a $400 twig snap in half, is there? Yeah, $400. Picard is thrown into the glass by Doherty. What a hit that was. Now Greco bumped by Jamaev. He sends it down. They say no icing. So Picard coming in on Underwood. They go to the boards together. Underwood trying to spin it away from Picard. He's got the hook in him pretty good. Puck to the right point. Shot, save Babin, and there is no rebound. Face-off will stay to the left of the River Dragons goal. 2:55 into the third. 2-1. Columbus in the lead. Columbus slow playing the change here. But they do get McDonald, Hunter, and Moore back out there. I think Doherty was having some conversations with some of the fellas in the Athens uniforms on his way off. Don't forget, these two teams play again tomorrow night. And how could you forget? I'm not going to let you forget. Because it's the final game of the regular season. And then we might turn around and play them in a best-of-3 series. So, It already is starting to feel a bit like a playoff period here in the third. Then we've got tomorrow night, last game of the regular season. Then we would open the series on Wednesday here in Columbus. And no matter who Columbus plays, we will open it here Wednesday. There's a shot tipped to the glass, now out of play. And here we go. Bockwell took an extra shot from Kyle Powell, and he didn't like that. They get into the corner, and here we go. And now you've got Bockwell just ragdolling Stefura. Oh, Bockwell is upset. He feels like Stefura came in. He was already engaged with Powell. Kyle Powell and Bockwell was the first engagement of that pile, and then Stefura tried to step in. And Bockwell is yelling at Shinkarik right now. And that's what Bockwell's saying. He's saying that Stefura came in and grabbed him. And now Powell is getting escorted to the penalty box. Ryan Hunter talking to him. And now Papa Petros, trying to get in there and play peacemaker, was greeted less than amicably. Justin McDonald is somehow ending up in the box in all of this. In the middle of all this, they're going to clean up a little bit of debris back in that corner, and it looks like Bockwell coming over to pick up whatever it was. I think, it was a chain around his neck. That was the chain Bockwell wears. That's what he was so fired up about. He had the chain ripped off his neck. That's why he was so angry. That makes sense. Also, that was a good eye by Rico to see that on the ice and go out there to grab it. So now Stefura is heading off, and I don't know if it's for disciplinary reasons or if he needs repairs. All these are coming down about 3:25 into this period. But I don't know what we're getting yet. Let's see here. By the way, both Bersani and Murray got both 2 for roughing and 2 for unsportsmanlike. So they actually got 4 minutes in penalties out of that exchange. And now I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to end up with here. Faceoff's going to go outside the line. I think we're going to end up letting Dana Barker explain it. Rock Lobsters lobbing with a faceoff back inside the zone. It is not. It is outside. Still more conversation going on out here. The referee indicating just drop the puck. Five on five. So whatever the calls eventually turn out to be, they're evening out. All right, so again, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike and 2 minutes for roughing for everybody. There's a shot coming in, deflected wide up top. Hatcher with a chance and a glove save, Lavalier. So that seems to be the move for this officiating crew, the 2-2. So it ends up not being attempted misconduct, but it keeps him off the ice 4 minutes at a time. So both Stavora and Powell end up with the 2-2. And McDonald, unfortunately for Columbus, and Bockwell. It's actually a good trade, I'll tell you what, if you're Athens. You take that all day long. You get Bockwell and McDonald off. Now a bounce right in front and a chance stopped by Lavalier as it came off the stanchion. I mean, you take Columbus's leading scorer off the ice and one of their toughest defensemen in exchange for two guys no one's ever heard of. I'll take that. Again, said it in the intermission. Columbus has got to stay out of the box as best they can. You don't want to get drawn in here. If anything, you want to draw a penalty. Get yourself back on the power play. They're 1 for 2. Right now, everything keeps evening out as Thornton gloves one down at the line. Left side looking for Doherty, and a wedge lifted out to center. Connor Lind will chase back on it. He'll send it across now ahead for Jemaev. Jemaev's going to get in to beat out the icing call here. Around it goes to the far side, Greco. I don't know if he thought there was going to be an icing or not, but it worked out as it went past him. Here's Lukariev up on the left wing, and that's offside. That offside brought to you by Old School Barbershop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. Oldschoolbarbershop.com is where you can go make your next appointment right now. I recommend booking 2 weeks in advance since reservations are now required. Absolutely, I would do so. Also, you can book 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook. Hey, get lined up at Old School Barbershop. Bersani and Murray set to come back, as they must be escorted by a linesman, and for reasons that Murray is making obvious, as he is yapping the whole way. Xavier Allender's producing tonight. Xavier, I tell you what, if this is our first round playoff matchup, this is going to be amazing. I mean, it's going to be ugly tomorrow night as it is, right? But can you imagine a game one Wednesday? Because it'll be the third straight game they play each other, and then it's playoffs. Oh, yeah. That's the only regular who's got the night off tonight for the River Dragons is Austin Doe. So he's got the evening off. And the River Dragons have been rotating their rest for their forwards here down the stretch, which is a perfectly acceptable thing in my opinion. I don't mind giving the veterans a game off here and there. Justin McDonald spent a couple games on the bench last week. It's a smart move. And don't read into it, fans. There's no reason behind it other than veteran rest. Face-off coming up to the right of the River Dragons goal. Now, it's not like goaltenders where you can dress them and then they just hang out all night like Petizian is tonight, and he's likely to get the start tomorrow night. Columbus does have the luxury. I mean, we talked about the reason why Lavalier was traded from Columbus earlier and then ended up coming around here to Athens. And then Sammy Bernard was traded away too. Columbus has traded away several good goaltenders this year. Before the year, they traded away Brendan Colgan. I mean, they just have so many good goaltenders that come through Columbus. You can't keep them all. You'd love to, but you can't. And the River Dragons push up the left side here. Lind wanted to put it in front. He gets a ride into the glass there from Greco, trying to get back to the puck. Boy, that was close to an interference call, but Greco released in time. Hunter Falls puts it in from center. Gets onto the bench here. Now McGinn, McDonald in the box. They got Bersani back, but McDonald and Bockwell are in the box for a while, so they're down to 5D. Slahetka on the left side. So you're going to see a little bit of a scramble of the pairs. Here's a lob through center. Comes down in behind Hunter, but he's in offside anyway. Picard's going to leave it off. Columbus will indeed change it on the forward end of things, and Kirk Underwood is stepping up to play forward on that line along with Moore and Hunter. Long shot in wide of Babin. Hatcher onto the near side. Here's Plouffe. Plouffe lost it On the near wing, Shinkarik. And now it's turned away by Plouffe with a lead pass up the middle. Here's a break. Hatcher in, shoots, and a left pad save, Lavalier. Hatcher tried to pick it low, and now it's turned over. Storjahan over, shot, Wickline missed the net. Right point, Plouffe will keep it in. Great pass by Plouffe and an even better get by Hatcher. Columbus trying to turn it right back the other way here. Slahek onto the right side. Plouffe will turn it in. Lavalier out to stop it. Plays it back up the near glass. Cut off there to the line, but Storjahan, a little too much mustard on it. Lind was arriving on the change, just didn't get there in time. Columbus in again, left side. Hatcher tried to sneak it through for Wickline. Didn't quite make it through. Now pushed in front. There's a chance. Lind! Oh, a blocker save, Lavalier. Rebound behind the net. Wickline on it. Wickline into traffic on the far side. Try to fight his way through. It's cleared away, and now out to center. Johnson will fire it in from there. He's up by himself, however. Everybody else went to the bench. Columbus also starting its change. Johnson arrives with a thump there in the corner, but he missed. Puck to the right point. Save or shot wide by Colatarsi. Thought perhaps Babin got a piece, but the way he reacted, that one ended up going wide cleanly. Bersani, left side, tried to dump it in. Bouncer is cut off at the line. Turned right back. Virgili on the left wing. He'll wheel it in front. Babin save. Ooh, Gallant dangerously sniffing for the rebound. Now Columbus the other way. Here they come. Here's Slahetka in over the line. Feeding it down low. Tipped on goal. Save Lavalier. And he'll hold on. 7:59 into the third period. 2-1 Columbus. Back with more in a moment on River Dragons Hockey.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less?
The cowbells ring out, along with the classic Blue Oyster Cult sketch. Gotta have more cowbell. I actually got to see Blue Oyster Cult live when I was in San Angelo, Texas, at least a week ago. Man, I was just starting out in my hockey career. It was the old Western Professional Hockey League. Shot off the draw is blocked as they try to push that one ahead. Got to see him at a really nice outdoor venue. And, never forget, that was just an incredible show. Small little club, just awesome. Somro on the right side. Here's Bersani, and he'll feed it around. And it's ripped around and ends up. Ooh, just coming out. Bachwell couldn't quite maintain it at the line, and now Athens will push it ahead. Left side, here's Klukariev, but he gave it up in the high slot. And the River Dragons turn to the other way. Bersani's pass across, blocked by Klukariev, and now on the left side, here's Weisblatt. Underwood rolls off him with a check there. Now the puck bounces, dives to the near side, put right across the goal mouth and out the other side off of Babin. Columbus looking to push ahead here. They're going to go push for the change, actually, as it's dumped in. Lavalier will leave it aside for Murray. Slahetka will turn back in his own end with it. 9 minutes gone in the third. River Dragons fire it in. More bouncing it wide of Lavalier. Out the right side, here's a pass into the slot, picked off by Moore. Oh, turned just away there, and now out to center. Pushed back in by Columbus. Murray in behind the net. Picard. McDonald, long shot in, and that is scooped up by the mitt of Lavalier. Stays 2-1 River Dragons here. 30 seconds shy of this halfway mark of the third period. And again, Carolina controls its playoff destiny. If the Thunderbirds win both games against Monroe this weekend, it does not matter what Athens does. However, If Athens loses here tonight, or tomorrow night for that matter, doesn't matter, Carolina then just needs to win one game. Because of the playoff math, Athens is 1 point behind Carolina. They would need to win one more game than Carolina does in these remaining two. So if Carolina wins one, they need two. If Carolina wins 0, they need 1. But, again, it could all end tonight if Columbus gets this victory and Carolina wins. Now, that win has to be in regulation also. Do want to mention that. We're talking regulation wins. Plouffe back into his own end, trying to move it ahead. And we get a whistle here. Offside at the line. And some more chatter. Johnson and Plouffe. River Dragons hockey also brought to you in part by Columbus Diagnostic, the official imaging center of the River Dragons. Air Force Heating and Cooling, the official home comfort partner of the River Dragons. And Zelmo's Zip-In, the official fuel provider of your Columbus River Dragons. Puck pushed down the ice, and Athens will look up the left side with it. Here's a long laid ahead. Gallant cutting into the right wing. Gallant with a shot. Shoulder save Babin. Good stop in tight there as the River Dragons look to go the other way. Onto the left side, here's Storjahan leading it with a long wrister, and again caught and held by Lavalier. Boy, he's not taking any chances. 9:50 to go here in period number 3. River Dragons 2, Rock Lobsters 1. Back with more River Dragons hockey in just a moment.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
And we're back on River Dragons hockey. Tom Callahan here with you in a cast of thousands here at the Columbus Civic Center, trying to root their River Dragons onto a 2-1 win or more. 3-1, 4-1, 8-1. Who's counting? But it's 2-1 right now with 9:50 to go in the third period. And it's been a heck of a hockey game. It's been physical. It's been feisty. Lot of playoff-like intensity gathering here in this third period. And, of course, these two teams go right back head-to-head tomorrow night to end the regular season. And then there's a very good chance they meet on Wednesday in Game 1 of the Continental Division semifinal series. Here's Shinkarik on the far side, trying to move the puck out. It's tipped on and finds Milan on the left side, trying to walk in, and he's ridden off there as the puck ends up around to the far side. Right point held in by the Rock Lobsters. Shinkarik to the left side. Powell, long shot, save, big rebound, sitting in front, off the side of the net. Lukariev had a chance, and he couldn't put it in. Now, oh, here we go. Powell is going to go with Doherty at center. Buckets off, old school. Are they going to get rid of the elbow pads too? Let's see, Doherty almost engaged there. Powell lunged at him. Doherty caught him with the right, caught him with another right, and another, and down they go. And Powell trying to throw the rights back in there, and Doherty with the linesman in between. The linesmen are trying to say, hey, it's over. Doherty is upset because Powell got his cheap shots in there after the linesman stepped in. And I don't blame him. Once the linesmen step in, you're supposed to stop throwing punches. Obviously, number one, so you don't punch the linesman. And number two, because at that point, the fighters are supposed to disengage. And I think that was Doherty's bone of contention there. Doherty firing up the fans from the penalty box. Yeah, it's getting beyond testy out there. Carter Shinkarik just shot the puck at the skates of Kirk Underwood, who just kicked it right back at him as those two left the captain's meeting in the circle. An extra 2 minutes up on the board for Doherty. So I'm not sure what he'll get. I don't know. I don't think he got an instigator. Might get an extra 2 for unsportsmanlike or something, but let's find out with the call. So, the 5th power play of the night for the Athens Rock Lobsters. They're 1 for 4 in the man advantage. And a chance to try to tie up this hockey game with the power play. Shinkarik left side to Callahan. Shinkarik.
For Columbus, number 13, Scott Doherty. 2 minutes for elbowing, 5 minutes for fighting at 10:38.
So elbowing was the other 2 minutes there for Doherty. And now a chance, short-handed left side. Jemaev rips one at the net, and it's pawed down by the glove of Lavalier. Back the other way, here's Milan trying to squeeze in at center, left side to Gallant. Centering attempt goes off Plouffe and around to the far side. Tell you what, Loic Plouffe, the rookie D, he has looked so capable out there, straight out of junior hockey. And a nice diving block there by Hatcher. Speaking of another rookie, who got it head to wick line, he clears. They really have looked very good. Shinkarik trying to carry it in, right side. Weisblatt leaves it, put right to Storjahan, and he'll frisbee it down. Put him out in a key situation like this just shows the confidence that Jerome Bichard has in those two players. Plouffe has pretty much stepped right in and earned himself a spot in this defensive rotation. Lukariev on the left side. Pinned up by Lind as he tries to get it into the corner. 24 seconds to go in the elbowing call against Doherty. Puck up top. And there's a shot. Papa Petros sends it over top of the net. Ends up in the far corner. Nobody saw it. McDonald directing Thornton over to it, and he clears. That was the veteran telling the younger player to go sprint over to the corner and get that puck. All right, out of the box. Kyle Moore had been serving that minor out with Ryan Hunter and Justin McDonald now. As it's played around, that'll be icing against Columbus. Well, nope, dives before it gets there. 7 minutes to go in this third period, and Athens now 1 for 5 on the power play. Turned over at center, Underwood quickly back to Moore. Moore moving in on the wing. His shot was deflected, came back to him as he comes off a hit. Hunter with a chance, save made, rebound, sitting right in the slot, and the River Dragons couldn't get to it with Lavalier out of position. Back at center. It'll be pushed in from there by Smith. Smith was looking for a call, but he had about 3-4 red jerseys around him. And now the puck rolled ahead. Here's McDonald. Curls away from Greco, waiting, feeds it across. Underwood off his skate to Ryan Hunter. Hunter up top. Columbus is changing here. McDonald will weave through the slot onto the left side. Here's a chance backdoor. Looking for McDonald on that pass, knocked out of the air by Milan. And now Milan shouldered off by Jemaev, who came cutting across the middle there. Boy, if Jemaev would have connected heavier with that hit, that would have been shades of Scott Stevens, left side. Here comes Columbus again. Left off for Jemaev. Tried to tip it through Greco skates, could not. Plouffe maybe with a little bit of an ill-advised backhand drop pass there. Murray feeds it to the far side. Greco right in front. Turnover. Jamaif, a shot and a glove save by Lavalier. And here we go again. Bersani in the thick of it. And he's going to go along with Greco. And now they'll come together again with the linesman in between them. They're both heading off for at least two. .14-17, time of the penalties, and I believe it's only 2 minutes each for roughing. By the way, in behind the play, or as the play had ended there, Stafora got back on the ice for the Rock Lobsters. And now we're going to have another glass delay. Well, with 5:43 to go in this third period, I don't know why they just don't go ahead and grab the media timeout here. Might as well. See if they do it or not. If not, you and I will get a chance to chat. As the River Dragons here, so 2 minutes up on each side. And looks like we might actually go 4-on-4 here based on what the River Dragons have out there on the ice. And that would, I think, favor Columbus, honestly. The way the River Dragons have been moving the puck around, operating in the open ice, a little bit more extra space out there. I think 4-on-4 definitely favors Columbus. So that would be good for the River Dragons. I want to remind everybody that River Dragons Hockey brought to you in part by BKI Accounting, a new age approach to old school accounting. They specialize in payroll, bookkeeping, income, and sales taxes for small business. Learn more at bkiaccounting.com. Little Ghostbusters going on here. I ain't afraid of no ghosts, says Ray Parker Jr. Let's check in on our Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard, specifically that Carolina Monroe score. Would you believe it? Monroe is now up 3-2 on Carolina. And that is somewhat early in the third. So, if both scenarios hold tonight, not saying that they will, but if they did, and the River Dragons beat Athens, but Carolina also loses, Athens still has a chance of first place. If Monroe should happen to win again tomorrow over Carolina, then, well, Athens just needs a win. Now, if Athens doesn't win either one, obviously their point total doesn't advance. Now, wrenches get thrown in said works if one or more of those games ends up in overtime, ends up, shootout, whatever it may be, and then that can affect all kinds of tie breaks and all kinds of fun stuff like that. But we don't know what the story's going to be with that just yet. They continue to work on that glass down to our left. I don't think the pane is broken or anything like that. I think the stanchion just popped out is what it looks like. I mean, there's been plenty of heavy contact in this one from the get-go, so I'm not super surprised to see something like that happen. Just trying to make sure both sides of it are in and secure. And they're still indicating something on the one stanchion there. So these two teams wrap up the regular season tomorrow night, 7:05 p.m. right here at the Columbus Civic Center. The tickets are on sale for that game right now through Ticketmaster and, of course, the Civic Center box office. And then no matter what, we are back here on Wednesday, and that is going to be a 7:05 puck drop between the River Dragons and TBD. Could be Athens, could be Carolina. And I just talked about the possible scenarios of who, what, when, where, why, and how. Okay, let's see here. 4-on-4. River Dragons with Wickline, Storjahan, Lind, and Thornton out there. Draw to the left of Lavalier. 5:43 to go here in this third period. Put over to the near side. Here's Storjahan into the corner. Wickline sends it around the rim to the left point. Thornton. Thornton steps around Gallant. Moves it down in front. A shot off the left head of Lavalier. Rebound Lavalier. The save to his left as well. That time on Cody Wickline. Boy, if Storjahan could have got a stick free. Virgili on the left wing. Throws it all the way across. Picked up by Murray. Murray towards the net. Save made by Babin on a redirect in front. Right side Gallant. Virgili trying to cut in front. Virgili to the back door. Murray with the backhand. Save Babin and he holds. 5:07 to go in the third. 2-1 Columbus. Athens a couple of chances. McDonald and Milan in for the face-off. Milan wins it back. Shinkarik feeds it across. Lukariev curls, feeds up top. Shinkarik one time, and the same Babin. The rebound. Not a media timeout. 4:59 to go in the third. 2-1 Columbus. This is River Dragons hockey.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Back here on Columbus River Dragons hockey. Face-off coming up to the right of the River Dragons goal. Oh my goodness, what a game. What a game so far. 2-1. River Dragons leading it. 4-on-4 situation here for the next minute, 15 seconds. Shots 34-21 in favor of Columbus. Athens is trying to hang in there. The River Dragons have really been the better team in this one, but still only a 1-goal margin. Face-off tied up in the Columbus end of things, pulled back by Underwood. Banks it off the cage to himself to get away from Milan. Now curls back and out the right side. Here comes Underwood up through center. Underwood leading it in over the line, around behind the net. Nobody on him. Banks it to the left point. Kept there, and Wickline can only shove it deep. Jamaev over after it. Pardon me, that's Hatcher out there. Jamaev had the stick knocked out of his hands. Wanted a call. Is not going to get it. 4.5 to go here in the third. Here's Jamaev. Near side, feeding the right point, and it hops out past Plouffe, and down the ice it goes. Puck beginning to bounce a little bit here in the third, and the River Dragons just have to be careful. Jamaev back towards Plouffe. Plouffe pestered by Milan. He'll take off around the outside. Now go on to the left wing, cut past Gallant into the skates. Jamaev moving in. Plouffe charging to the net. Jamaev curls, looking for help, feeds it over. McDonald off the bench. He'll send it deep. Everybody else is going to go for the change. Slahetka up on the right side, tried to spin it free over there. And now it leaks out to center. Hunter pushed it back across. Callahan up the left side. Bersani out of the box. And we're back to 5-on-5 as Greco out as well. Donald swats at it, trying to get it past Murray. He does get it out. Knocked down by a high stick, so we'll get a whistle there. 3:32 to go in the third. So now it is a little early, but just going to plant the seed in your hockey brain about the potential for Lavalier getting pulled for the extra attacker. I think we're a little far away for that, 3.5 minutes. Especially because Athens needs only one goal. And right now, Monroe's trying to do Athens a favor. Face off, one back. Columbus on it right side. Here's Connor Lind trying to step in and lost the puck. Murray to the far side. Callahan to the left point, not out. There's a shot coming in. It ends up in the right wing corner. Hunter trying to battle his way free over there. It's pulled out by Virgili. Gallant fanned on a pass. He'll dump it in, and now it's cleared out by Lind off a mitt roller down the ice. No icing, under 3 to go. Columbus has not really let Athens get a ton of space in this one, except when power plays were involved. Athens is 1 for 5 with a man advantage. Cross ice feed. Oh, that one off the leg and right back in on Babbitt, who holds on as Johnson ends up going into the post anyway. 2:43 to go here in the third. And right now it looks like Lavalier is getting some instructions as to when he may come out. Might be sooner than later, though. 2:43 to go here in the third, maybe around the 2-minute mark. Greco will keep it in. Athens pushing over to the near side. Columbus doesn't have a ton of empty net goals, but they have one last time out. There's a chance down low. That is blocked. Nice job by Underwood to get in front of that. As it's cleared ahead, Storjahan onto the left side, and now Wickline. Underwood pulled down from behind there. River Dragons in on the right wing. Here's Hatcher. Speaking to the guy who scored the empty net goal for his first pro goal, it was Hatcher. He cycles it in front, but it's taken away by Athens. Lavalier creeping but not leaving. 2:05 to go here in the third. He's out about the hash marks now, but the puck bounces to the line. It's carried out, and now a break. Here's Storjahan with a rolling puck. Caught from behind. He slows it down. Storjahan sends it towards the crease, but it was behind Wickline. Let's see if Lavalier leaves with a rush, and there he goes. Net is empty. Bersani trying to play it around, and it's sent down the ice. A puck that is going to die before it gets anywhere close to that empty net. Left side, Lukariev pushing it in. Plouffe is hooked down to the ice. The puck is turned over right in front. I don't think you're going to get a call unless somebody has an appendage removed at this point. 1:20 to go in the third. Cleared out to the line and off of Weisblatt and out. 2-1 your score. Columbus in the lead as that one is tipped on a play. We're down to 1:05 to go in regulation, and now I would imagine, well, let's see where they put this face off, but either way, I think if you're Athens, you call your timeout. Doherty comes out of the box, and he riles the fans up on his way to the bench. And indeed, Athens does call its timeout. And Carolina and Monroe now tied at 3. So that one could be far from over. So Athens head coach Steve Martinson electing to take his time out, have a chat with his troops. Jerome Bichard, arms folded on the bench. Maybe a couple words of encouragement, but believes that his team is ready for this situation. The net is empty at 6-on-5, and again, the most important thing Columbus has to do is just take care of the puck. Well, now they're going to put Lavalier back in. So, depending on where this draw goes, Lavalier, who's staying at the hash marks, may or may not go to the bench. And let's see, Shinkarik sending it in. Oh boy, bounce off the stanchion, dangerous. Turned around and back down by Columbus. Extra man is out, it's Weisblatt, and we are back to 6-on-5 with the empty net. Fans are loud in here in Columbus. Pass it center, Bersani knocked down Weisblatt, feeds it ahead, into the empty net, Somero scores! Justin Somero's gonna put it away for Columbus, 3-1 with 38.7 seconds to go. Great hustle play by Bersani to get the puck ahead. And Somero finishing it off into the empty net. Somero's 10th of the year. He's into double digits. And Doherty and Powell kind of talking it over from that coming together before the linesman is there. And I think Doherty's just trying to explain to him why he was so upset about everything that happened. He's even gesturing like back to the fight. He's kind of showing him why he was mad. As they tie up on the face-off here, but that's going to pretty much, as we tick it down 30.
Dragons empty net goal scored by number 23, Justin Somero. Assisted by number 19, Hunter Bersani at 19:22 of the third period.
How about that? On the far side, Thornton got double-checked by Rock Lobsters players, went into the glass, and still came out with the puck. Just came out of a two-player collision, two Rock Lobsters and him, and he came back out and he still had the puck. Game's over. And the River Dragons win. Columbus comes out on top 3-1 tonight over the Athens Rock Lobsters. We're going to take a break and come right back with 3 stars. Stay tuned, more coming your way in just a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Sure, a meal like this is an option, but why would you settle for less? When you can have...
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Hey everybody, I'm Slayton at Zelmo's, and just want to take a second today to tell you a little bit about our new fuel and in-store rewards program. All you have to do is text 78500, just text Enroll Zelmo, you'll see it at the bottom of your screen. And it's as easy as signing up, you can do it from home. You get to your pump, hit Zelmo's Rewards, type in your phone number. As soon as you do that, you'll see the price roll back at the pump. That's 3 cents a day off every gallon with up to 25 cents off on special occasions. So join today and start saving.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Three stars of the game being announced here. Justin McDonald, 3rd star.
Tonight's 2nd star with 22 saves and an assist himself, 72, Trevor Babin.
Babin picks up a helper on the goal scored by Kyle Moore, the first of Kyle Moore's 2 goals, and gets the win tonight.
And tonight's first star of the game with 2 goals tonight, number 15, Kyle Moore.
I love that they give the first star of the t-shirt cannon now.
Or is he 2 big goals tonight after all these? All right, we got Emilio Kyle Moore. More is he after all these Wednesdays in February down there in Athens where he had the L's. How big is it to get this big win against the Rock Lobsters here at home?
One more time.
All right, sorry, Morsey. After those Wednesdays in Athens back in February, how big is it to get this win here against the Rock Lobsters here at home?
All I gotta say is we got that dog in us.
I love it. How big is it to, when you say Rock Lobsters next week in the playoffs, Morsey, how big is it to beat these guys and put a little seed them down in them for next week we play them in the playoffs?
You know, this time of the year, you just gotta do everything to the right team, follow the system, buy in, play rough. And, you know, it showed tonight that we bought in and play our system.
Indeed, you know, so you're throwing the body around as well. 2 big fights as well with Doc and a couple other big hits as well. Talk about the physical game tonight against the Rock Lobsters. You guys matched them check for check and hit for hit.
Yeah, obviously they're a skilled team, so we gotta be rough on their top guys and make sure they feel it all night. And every time they touch the clock, we on them and they bodies them.
Awesome, good stuff. Love you, Morsey. Pair of goals tonight. First star of the game, Kyle Moore.
Okay, so there are your 3 stars of the game here in the Pepsi Post-Game Show. Kyle Moore, first star tonight, deservedly so. Had a couple of goals here this evening, including the game-winning goal. And I'll tell you what, his first goal, just an absolute hustle play, brilliant down low, cutting down that right wing, able to throw it in front, caught Lavalier leaning away from the post, banked it in off his skate, turned out to be a power play goal. And that got it going for the River Dragons. And then sometimes, well, it doesn't hurt to be lucky as well as good. And Moore with a pass intended for the back post, instead deflects in off the stick of Carter Shinkarik, the former River Dragon, and over the left shoulder of William Lavalier, also a former River Dragon, and in it goes. And at that point, it was 2-0 Columbus. It ends up 3-1, an empty netter in there for Justin Somro. So the River Dragons very pleased with the way things went tonight as they end up skating out with a big win. Here's where it gets interesting on this Pepsi postgame show. We're going to take a look at the Elmo Zippin out-of-town scoreboard when we come back and the playoff implications there. Most notably, we're looking at what's going on with Carolina and Monroe right now, because depending on how that game goes tonight, well, we might know for sure if we're playing Athens or not on Wednesday night in Game 1 of the semifinal series for the Continental Division, or, well, we might have to find out tomorrow. So you won't have to find out too long what the scores are. Just come on back and join us on the other side of the break. The Pepsi postgame show rolls on. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Introducing New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, it's different.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence always.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Back here to wrap things up in the Pepsi postgame show. Tom Callahan here with you. It's time to take a look back at that Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. And boy, oh boy, what a night in the FPHL. You already know that the River Dragons 3-1 winners over the Athens Rock Lobsters. Let's take a look around. It took a shootout tonight in the Battle of Michigan, but the Prowlers topped the Rockers 2-1. They come out on top in that one. How about Binghamton 6-2 over Danbury? That game is now gone final. And in a shootout, HC Venom 4-3 winners over the Watertown Wolves. I'm starting to think that the Venom just needed a much longer season to get it in gear. Blue Ridge does rally. They come back and they take care of business against the Dashers. 5-3 final. Bobcats big winners there because across town, Baton Rouge 6-1 winners over Mississippi. So those two teams still tied in the standings heading into tomorrow night. Now, Carolina and Monroe have gone to overtime, tied at 3. That complicates things because now Carolina winning tonight, if they do win, which they may not, would only give them 2 points and only guarantees them a tie. And depending on how the tiebreakers shake out, it might not be enough. So we'll see how that might go. But, of course, then Carolina would have to lose tomorrow night. But they're not there yet. They're playing their way through overtime. It's about halfway through that OT. Already told you about Baton Rouge NHL games. Finals from earlier tonight, Penguins 4-2 over the Devils. In overtime, Red Wings 4-3 over the Lightning. 5-2 Senators over the Canadiens. Games going on right now. You got the Oilers up 2-1 on the Sharks after 1, and in the first, Wild Flames are scoreless. Major League Baseball, Braves lost to the Rays earlier today, 6-3. Other finals, Cardinals blanked the Phillies 2-0. 11-1 White Sox over the Red Sox. 7-4 Nationals top the Marlins. And the Guardians shut out the Royals 7-0. Reds 5, Pirates 3. Jays and Orioles were postponed. Everybody else is still going on. Top 8, Astros 11-2 over the Angels. Top 7, 5-4 Tigers over the Twins. Top 6, but in a weather delay, Giants 9-1 over the Yankees. Top of the 5th inning, scoreless Rockies and Padres. Bottom of the 4th, Brewers lead the Diamondbacks 1-0. Bottom of the 3rd, Mariners 2-0 over the Rangers. Bottom 2nd, Mets 2-0 over the Athletics. Middle of the 2nd, Cubs Dodgers scoreless. So that is a look at your Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. And as we take a look back here, keep an eye on that Carolina-Monroe game just in case it ends before we get off the air. It is still going on in the OT, but we'll see. So that game is going to decide maybe whether or not this gets a little closer down the stretch. But tonight, Columbus takes care of business. And whether they face Athens or Carolina in that first-round game, it doesn't matter, I think, to the River Dragons. I look at Columbus as a team that's starting to put it on at the right time. The River Dragons, to me, truly look like a team that is starting to put it together. And when the chips are down here at the end of the season, are really starting to look like a team that is confident in itself and its capabilities to maybe make a deep playoff run, which is fantastic. They really are putting it together. And look, you can have a middling regular season, but if you get hot in the playoffs, that is all that matters. And the way Columbus played tonight against Athens, the way they really kept them to the perimeter, the way they limited their quality shots on goal, the way they really took care of business, I think is encouraging for this River Dragons hockey team. And at this point, I mean, yes, you have one more game to go. It's tomorrow night. It's here at the Columbus Civic Center, by the way. Tickets on sale for that. 7:05 p.m. on the puck drop. And you know that the Rock Lobsters are going to come back and try to punch you right in the face tomorrow. And there were a couple of times where they tried to punch you in the face tonight. And Columbus just has to keep moving forward. But one way or another, as Jerome Bichard said in the pregame show, he said, you know what? No matter how it goes, we're going to have to face Athens at some point if you want to win a championship. Whether it's first round, second round, you got to figure the Rock Lobsters are going to be in there somewhere. So beat the team that's in front of you right now. And that's what the most important thing is. But I love the way it looked for Columbus tonight. They outshoot the Rock Lobsters 35-23. They keep them mostly off the scoreboard on the power play. They went 1 for 5 to the Rock Lobsters. River Dragons were 1 for 2. I think it was a good effort tonight. So we shall see. It looks like Carolina and Monroe are going to head to a shootout, and that's where we're going to leave you in this Pepsi post-game show. You can always tune into that one over on their respective teams' YouTube pages, depending on which ones you want to join. But thanks for joining us, everybody. And my thanks to Xavier Allen for producing tonight, his first solo show, I think. So nice job. And we'll talk to you tomorrow night again, 7:05, puck drop, 6:50 on the pregame show. This is Tom Callahan saying good night.